welcome back. So today we are going to be continuing the adventure we left you at a cliffhanger at last time. I already talked to Ghost to see what he remembered and gave a brief run over of what was happening. So let's hear from the Captain Holmes's point of view. No, actually, it'll be more exciting this way. Let's hear it from Aiden's point of view. What happened last time? Because up until he can't remember anything, and then we'll have the captain fill in the last bit.
Yeah. Okay. So what I remember, again, seems to be kind of limited here. But so we end up getting attacked by these ships, and we decided to go and actually jump onto the ship and actually attack them. So we did a boarding party. We got everybody together. We got on the ship. We started attacking different people. I remember us getting to the bridge, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Kizik's character wanted to try and negotiate his way through the bridge on this one guy. Well, he ended up getting out of the bridge, and I was sneaking around the corner hiding out, and I thought it would be a good idea of like, hey, we just can't let this guy get out of here or leave. So I decided to pull out my stunner, and I stunned this guy. Well, little did I know he actually had this little weird hand grenade thing in his hand that fell on the ground and actually popped open and actually went off. Well, these little bee-looking things kind of just jump out, and they take over and just kind of destroy that guy. But then they come after me, and I thought I was all nice and safe in my vac suit. Well, that didn't exactly go as planned. They got through my vac suit and actually got into my skin, and yeah, I kind of black out, and that is like all that I remember.
That's a pretty good recap of the most recent events. You only said actually 5 times this time, too.
Well, because it actually was very important.
6.
You know, I didn't want to actually keep that out. 7.
So, Captain Holmes, let's hear that from your perspective.
This is what actually happened.
Yes.
8.
We'll see how many times I can say it.
Thanks, guys. I'll fix it.
So we jumped into the home final destination place after collecting all of our squid poo from last episode, and when we showed up we were a little late to the party, and the convoy was under attack. So we raced in, we blew up a bunch of ships, but there were 2 scouts left. The other escort boarded one and we boarded the other. We had a few issues figuring out how to actually get in the ship, but once we got in, we took care of the guys in the airlock by lots and lots of flamethrowing. And then we got to the bridge and started negotiating with the guys on the bridge. And then as that went on, then I took our super fancy Whammon ship's combat robot and continued to clear the ship to make sure there's nobody behind us. And at that time, the guy who was flying the ship headed towards the airlock and got stunned, and like Aiden said, dropped little nano bee things and got infected by them. And yeah, that's the short version.
Okay. Ghost. Taylor. He's like been sitting on the ship, just kind of watching through everyone's helmet cams. What's going on here? And Taylor, I think, was in the engine room, or did he come upstairs? No, it says he's in he's in the ops center.
Right.
So we're actually gonna start from Taylor's perspective, but what we didn't really cover in the last season were Taylor's reactions to watching all of this happen. So describe what Taylor's experience here was, and then we're gonna go right into the beginning of the session from that.
Well, I was watching everybody on the cameras and trying to help out as much as I could through comms, but I'm panicking now, especially seeing this device erupt and all of these little nanobots come out. I'm terrified for my brother. I just saw one of my teammates basically go down, so I feel too remote and too cut off and really helpless at this point. I know that it's like silly to just start screaming over the comm, and I might rush up that way. I might go to 18. That's kind of where my head's at.
Okay. The airlock at 18 has been forced open. So it is locked in the open position by the party when they breached. You open the inner door, you would be exposing your ship to whatever's in there. So that is something to keep in mind. But also, I don't think you're wearing a vac suit.
I don't believe I am either, so I'm not ready to go to 18, but that's where my head's at.
Okay. All right. Kizik hasn't actually joined the tabletop session yet. Give him just a second.
Sorry, sound checks were tough. I had to log in for the
Give him
first
just
time
a
again and
second.
remember a password. It's I'm on the way. Sorry.
Okay, was everything good?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
We're
it
good?
can go a touch up.
Yeah, we're gonna give him another minute, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll right into what Taylor's doing. So the scene right now, just to be clear, the pilot / captain or whatever of the Vargar ship, he took a blast from a stunner, which knocked out all the lights. When that was a little bit of detail that we seem to have missed, is it knocked out all the lights in this part of the hallway, and the swarm of, we're calling them bees, but they glow quite a bit. And when they burrowed through Aiden's suit, which Kizik may not have gotten a good view of, but when they burrowed through, they actually melted through the metal. Because there's a helmet cam on Aiden's vac suit, Taylor probably would have seen that as they burrow through the metal, they look like they're like lined like veins, like glowing veins coming through the metal, and that they occasionally split as they are consuming the components of the vac suit as well as burrowing through Aiden. They're not attacking him per se, they're consuming him, which is what they did to the pilot captain. The fact that he's wearing a vac suit probably only bought him time, because they're going to consume that first. There's a swarm of them that went the other direction and is headed down the hall, basically down this, they're glowing dots coming down this dark hall that are like trying to eat all of the things between them and Kizik, Luca, who's standing around this corner here.
Waka, waka, waka.
Yes, sir. Said and stop talking.
Oh, that's less fun. I said
Said
Luca
Stop
is
talking.
running away from the source of lights. I said
Said
Luca.
Oh, whoa, you got serious echo.
Yeah, he does.
And it's time delayed, so it's probably the stream.
Yeah. It's alright, Kizik. You'll get it one day.
He's a professional. He knows what he's doing. Look, he's in Tabletop Simulator already.
I made it there.
Right?
I turned one sound off. I think I'm doing okay now.
Testing. 1, 2, testing. Testing while Kizik is talking, testing. Yeah, no, that seems to be working. Good job. Okay, so Kizik is shitting his pants. Is that what I heard?
Yes, running away, looking for the captain. The captain is just clearing the ship. So I'm giving him the update of fuck, ghosty things, except maybe these ones are glowing. Oh man, I could use a flamethrower help.
Okay. So, you want to haul ass on a vac suit. You can give me either a vac suit or a athletics check to get down the hallway. Remember, we're in 6-second rounds. So each of these tiles is supposed to be roughly 2 meters long.
Vac suited it. Rolled a 6. I got a 2 in dexterity for an 8.
You can make it all the way around the next corner if you want, which is where you will bump into the captain.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. Captain. Glowy ghosties. They're on the ship.
What?
Like nanobot things that we saw with the lady. Oh man, they're coming.
Major Kizik / Jeremyism right there.
Okay.
The last time I saw them, there's no way that there's multiple types of subsonic teeny tiny things that can eat metal.
Where's Aiden?
They got him. He's on the ground. We gotta fight through these things. So's the pirate.
Okay.
They're coming around the corner. I say as I like press up on the corner, like gun drawn. Now I'm panicking.
You look down the hall, you'll see that they've just now turned the corner, because what they're doing is they're not just coming straight for you. They're consuming the they're consuming the ship plates as they're going through. And behind them in their wake, they're leaving this just like half-eaten panels, and any type of soft metals or rare metals are completely stripped. Hard metal panels are just flopping off the wall because their fasteners have been eaten. There's also a lot more of them now.
Do you know where Aiden went down? Like, is he right around the corner here, or like did he go down further back?
He was by the raft. 2 corners away.
Got it. As I look down the hallway here and the eaten panels, is this inner wall here intact?
It's as intact as the rest of the walls.
Okay.
You probably couldn't pass through it as is. However, you're a boarding Marine, right? Like that's your background? Star
Yes.
Marine?
Sir.
All right.
Yep.
Star Marines would be trained that the inner walls of a ship are much thinner than the outer walls. So cutting through it with the right tool is probably not an impossibility. It may, however, take some time, depending on what, when, where, why.
I was more wondering if it's intact enough to funnel high intensity heat towards the swarm, also known as a flamethrower.
Also, if you don't care about the shape of everything in the hallway, yeah, sure. Flamethrowers are effective at killing enemies, but they leave the ship in pretty bad shape, even without the swarm.
True. But if they're eating everything, I want to kill them, and all I know is they eat things, including my crew.
Okay. So we're gonna have Aiden go next. Is that what I heard?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I'm confused because I'm actually passed out.
Yeah. Your character is unconscious next to the air raft, currently being eaten by a small swarm of these things.
Oh yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah. You have a set number of rounds during which your character may or may not live if they don't get to you.
Oh yeah.
Is that where you are? That orange dot?
Yep, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
All right, Luca. You ready for our master plan?
Let's go, Captain.
Hey, I'm going to need you to cover our rear because we still haven't cleared this part of the ship yet. K62, I need you to go through the interior wall. And I will cover this hallway. And the goal is we go through the interior wall, we fall back into the room here, and then head towards the airlock, grab Aiden, and go through the airlock back to our ship, cut the airlock, and jettison this ship off to its own fate with the giant swarm of nasty bugs.
And send it into a sun. Good idea.
the concerns that we have is do we take Aiden back or not? Because he's I'll use the term infected. Do we take him into our ship infected, or do you want to have Ray break the perfect stranger off, and then we hang here, fight these guys, and see what happens? But as you think about that, as my 6 seconds are way more than over, I'm going to cover this hallway. K62, break through a wall. You cover the back.
Because Aiden is unconscious, Dodubs will temporarily run K62. I'll put his stat sheet here. You've been given the direction to break through that wall. Actually, first, let's get the captain's flamethrower check. I believe that's what you said you wanted to do. To fill that hallway with flame. And then, you can have a quick gander at this sheet, and he needs to get through that wall. There may be tools available if he needs them, since you're right next to engineering.
Sweet. Flame down the hallway. 8, 9. 9.
Okay. You may roll your damage if you'd like. Remember to carry over your effect.
Go figure I don't have my flamethrower thingy on it. Four of the D's. 16.
Okay. You actually managed to catch a good chunk of them on fire, and it does seem to be working at first. Many of the flying swarm fall to the ground like dead insects would. And then they start wiggling around, consuming floor tiles and coming back up. It seems to have a temporary effect on them, but not a permanent one.
Goody.
So now, K62, aka Thodubs, how are you going to get through this wall? Your fingers are power drills, so I'll just go ahead and tell you there are two ways I can think immediately, and you don't have to use either of these two ways. You can try to dismantle the wall panels, because your fingers are basically power drills. Unbolt everything, undo the fasteners, and try to dismantle the wall. Or you can try to find something to bash/cut your way through the wall with. But you do not have built-in mechanisms to do that. But you might be able to find something nearby to do it.
Okay. Another question. These dots that are over here, is which one is K62? Or are they just...
I'm going to assume that
the cyan one.
Yeah. Because
Gotcha,
it's the one that isn't in player color.
Gotcha. All right, so Captain told me I need to go through that wall. So I'm going to do a quick assess of the area to see if there's any tools in the area that can actually help me to be able to go through that wall.
I mean, there's a door right behind you that says engineering.
Okay. All right, well, I am going to go through that door into the engineering area and see what I can find.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Oh gosh, really? Come on. Got the wrong kind of dice today.
You need another. You need another set.
What's that?
You need another set of dice.
Oh yeah, these ones aren't lucky for me at all. No, these are just terrible. I'm gonna have to throw these off in space. So I'm looking at his spec sheet here.
So he doesn't. He has Recon 2.
Right.
But he doesn't have any ranks in Intel. So he has a +2 because he has a 0 in intellect.
Gotcha. So I rolled a 2. I got snake eyes.
Oh wait, no, he's intellect 9. So, well, you rolled a 2 snake eyes. There's no way you can pass the check, no matter what his stats are.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. No, there's this is not good. So
no. He does have a +1 in intellect. I was wrong, by the way. He has an intellect of 9. I think that's a +1. Yeah, 9 to 11 is +1. So, Okay, well, you don't see a thing. You have one more minor action you can spend this round. Would you like to look again? You're not going to be able to do anything past this next turn. So it's either walk back out without the tools or looking for the tools some more.
Oh, I've got to keep looking. That's just the way it is.
Okay. I'll go ahead and give it another roll. You basically get a +3.
Okay, +3 is definitely help. So I rolled a 8, +3 is going to give me the 11.
Okay. You find a case called Emergency Cutting Torch.
Excellent. So I'm going to grab that emergency cutting torch and then head back to the wall.
Well, you're not, because I said that was you could look or go back. You get 3 minor actions, and walking back is a minor action. So you spent them all.
Okay.
So you're in that room, and you found the tool you need, and that's the end of your turn.
Perfect. I've got
okay.
the tool. Okay.
Taylor,
Yes.
did you have time to do a sound check while we were doing that?
I did. Everybody sounds pretty good.
Excellent. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. Okay, now what I want to hear is, what is Taylor going to do seeing all this stuff?
A vac suit. I'm like in panic mode. Yeah.
So
This is step 1.
Putting on a vac suit is a difficult check, a 10+ check. In the time frame that you have, actually, rules is written, you can't do it in a combat round. But I've let people who have the vac suit skill say that they've prepped their vac suit for quick entry.
Okay.
So you can, if you have ranks in that skill, roll vac suit and attempt to put it on.
I have a vac suit skill of 1, so my roll is 10 plus 1. It was 11, and I think it's what is that, a dex, right?
Yeah, I think it would be dex for putting it on quickly the way you are.
0, so 11.
11 does the job. That's better than 10. Okay, so at the end of the next round, or sorry, at the beginning of the next round, you'll have the vac suit on, but putting on the vac suit's all you can do this time.
That's fair. Okay.
Yep. So that brings us all the way around. I think everybody got a turn, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so players' turns. Oh, well, nope, the swarm. Let me do one more check, because there's one thing I have to check every single time. Oop, and it's a good thing I rolled for it, too. So you hear, because you're busy putting on a vac suit, Taylor. The intercom would come up and Raymond would be like, "Hey, Taylor, those things are coming in the airlock. Like they're coming into our ship because this swarm that's above Aiden has multiplied enough that they've started to spread through that airlock."
Not good. Not good. Ray, break it off.
But our crew's over there, and the airlock's jammed open. If I do that, they might get sucked out.
I was on camera, and I don't believe they had any airlocks open to that airlock. I think you can break it, Ray.
No, they're definitely all forced open. That's how they got on board.
They're all open.
That's how they got on board, is they forced them all open.
Kill them all, Ray. No. Okay, well, shish kebabs. Ray, we're fucked.
I mean, I could do it. Some of them are in vac suits. All of them are vac suits. But we don't know what kind of condition Aiden's suit is in.
Yeah, that's very true. I did see him get compromised. Ray, prepare to repel them.
What?
You got fire extinguisher, right? Ray, grab a fire extinguisher.
Oh, it's worth noting that I did not keep track of where Junkrat was. I think she was actually I think she actually went with Holmes because they flamethrower down the hallway.
She was with me.
I think, yeah, so she's on here too. So she's next to Holmes. We need to remember she's there. But yes, Ray is going to be like, shit. He's going to grab a fire extinguisher and stand out here and point it at that airlock as the swarm of bees start, going crazy in the airlock. Okay, now it's top of the round and any player can go. Don't forget to communicate with each other.
Alrighty. Ray and Taylor, can you guys what's the word I'm looking for here? They're not immune to fire, but like they get back up. So we can slow them down with the flamethrowers. but I don't know if those are going to be a final solution to them. Request status of the ship.
Ray comes on the comms. So the status of the ship is the fucking bees are coming in here. They're fucking bees. He's panicking just a little bit.
And you're saying fireworks, Captain? But you want us to light a fire on the ship?
No, I already did that. They come back to life from that. It slows them down, but it does not stop them. Can we try using any sort of sensors that we have, comms gear, etc., to see if we can find any information on like how they're communicating with each other, and jam it. They're obviously talking to each other to replicate and eat, like point a big radar dish at the little ship and jam the crap out of it.
All right, I got a comm skill. I can try that. It's a good idea.
And
Captain, this is the adjutant. I've been listening into your comms, and I suspect I might be able to help you slightly with this. As Mr. Boaz is still involved in putting on his suit as quickly as possible, I could attempt to run that comms check. I also suspect I may know something about this, but now may not be the most optimal time to have that conversation.
understand I'll run the comms check, and any tactical data that or advice that you have is more than welcome at any time.
So you guys hear a bunch of frequency oscillation in your headsets as something is definitely happening. It doesn't seem to stop the swarm, but they do see him shudder a little bit. And then the only person who's close enough that would be able to hear it is Aiden, but since he's unconscious, he wouldn't. But I'll say Ray is like, "Oh my god, several of them on our ship just, oh my god, they're just hitting the ground. They're hitting the ground really hard." And then you hear the adjutant say, "I was unable to disturb their communications. However, I have turned up the gravity plating to 1,000% in the airlock. Please do not enter the airlock at this time."
Yes, Adjutant, that was a good idea. That was my next step.
Are they eating through the floor that they're stuck to right now?
Ray doesn't have any... Well, actually, Ray could go out of turn if you wanted him to walk up to there and look. Because it's the top of the round and any player can go. So if you want him to go look, he can.
Yes, I want him to go look.
Okay. So Ray goes up to the window. Yeah, they're definitely they're stuck to the ground. They can't move very well, but they're definitely still eating through the plates, and it looks like they're trying to jump up. I don't know how long this is going to work for.
Damn good idea, though.
Who would you like to go next? Since Junkrat is here, might I suggest that Junkrat and K62 team up?
I concur.
The Junkrat's going to go over there and be like, K62, let me help you with that. You obviously found the right tools for the job. That's awesome. And she is going to provide a boost dice for K62, played by Thodubs, to get through this wall.
Excellent. So I'm going to grab the cutting instruments and walk over to the wall and proceed to cut.
Okay. She's going to use some sort of special pry bar as you're cutting to peel the... So you don't have to cut the whole panel off. She's just peeling them back. This is a mechanics check.
I rolled a 6. Let me look at his mechanics here.
His mechanics is 2.
2, so 8.
Okay, that passes. So you managed to get this all the way open with a human-sized porthole there. You can get into the cargo bay. And that's going to resolve Thodubs' turn. We still have... I believe we still have Ghost, Kizik, and Ronan to go for this turn.
Yes.
Oh, yep.
Who wants to go? I think Kizik's moving.
Oh,
Yeah,
He's not
I'm
talking.
watching people's backs. So I'm coming to the corner and making sure there's nobody coming out of these habitation pads.
okay. Well, let me take a quick roll. Did you open those doors, or are you just watching the doors?
Just watching them right now.
Okay. Nothing happens. All right. Is that going to be your turn? So you'd walked over there. That's a minor action. They peel these panels open. You're just going to stay here and watch the whole turn?
Yep, that's a safe thing to do.
Okay, you're the rear guard. That leaves Ronan and Ghost. What do Holmes and Taylor do?
Ronan, you want to go?
Yeah, continuing to watch down there, and I'm going to switch to where is it? My shotgun of shotgunniness. And I'm going to shoot that down the thing to see if good old-fashioned kinetic force does anything for them.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll this because it's going to be one of those things where it's basically just luck. You pull the trigger at the swarm. If a pellet happens to hit one of these little things, it will obliterate it, but it's a 1 in a million shot. It's just they're so small, and like the pellet is like it'd be like being shot by a naval cannon for them. So it will destroy them if it hits them, and then their compatriots will eat it and the remains of the bullet and make more.
How far down the passageway has the swarm made it?
So because you flamethrowed them and they stopped, it probably isn't more than here at this point. It has not gone very far because it's taken time to reconstitute itself.
Yeah, then I'm going to flamethrower some more down there to keep them slow, and then back up to the entry here. But I already did my shot. Never mind. I already shot.
I'll let you do it. It's because I didn't let you roll for the shotgun. It was just a nice experiment, and you deserve to know what it did.
Okay. Trying to figure out something that works here. Flamethrower kind of works. We'll go with that. 8.
You rolling your damage?
Yep. Horrible. 12.
I mean, that does something. So you cause the front part of them to flow back. Several of them drop down. So it's still effective temporarily. It's almost like you're burning their wings off and they're growing them back, and it takes them a minute. Because like you'll notice when they hit the ground, they still move around.
Sweet. And I'm gonna back up as we collapse into the cargo hold.
And I believe that's the end of the... Oh no, Ghost hasn't gone.
All right. I want to preface this with, can I make an intelligence check to then figure out if this is a good idea? These bars, correct me if I'm wrong, they eat things, right? My intelligence check, I would like to know if I could grab these bars and then try to feed them to the nanobots.
They are
maybe destroy the nanobots.
highly radioactive, and if the nanobots are sensitive to radioactivity, then it will hurt them / destroy them. However, these things are eating whatever materials they come in contact with, and if it doesn't destroy them, they are then radioactive on top of being destructive.
Very true. All right, then in my vac suit, I'm gonna go up to this deck and make it the 6 seconds to here.
Okay, I'll let you make an athletics roll to make it halfway down that hallway so that you can be at If you pass, you can be at the airlock the next round.
Athletics is a 0 for me, so that is a roll of an 11.
Okay, well, you made it. So you'll be at the beginning of the next round. I'll let you get all the way down there. All right, so And that brings to the end of the third round. Everyone who's on board the Pirate Raider, the Corsair, will hear the onboard ship alarms go off. And Vargar, while they have a unique dialect, tend to speak in the same galactic basic as everyone else, aka they speak English. So you guys can understand what's being said on the ship.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, they have a Rutro accent. I can't do it, but they have a Rutro accent. And basically what the alarm is saying is Rutro hull breach. The ship's losing structural integrity, life support failure in 20 seconds. Ooh, let's make it 18 seconds to fit into 6-second rounds easier.
Oh, Aiden's so fucked.
Luca's grip on his shotgun tightens as he stares at the two doors.
Okay, it's top of the round. Any player may go.
Okay, as we collapse into the room here, I need K62 and Junkrat to punch another hole for us into the life raft here. And is there any like self-contained breathing apparatus thingies? And does the life raft look like this thingy, or is it enclosed?
It's not enclosed. It does look like that. It's a standard air raft.
Convertible.
Yep. You talking about breathing apparatus because of Aiden?
Yep.
Okay, you're a experienced Star Marine. You know that getting him out of what's left of his vac suit is not a thing you have time for. Whatever method you take, even if it's just throwing him across the void of space, he's going to have to do in the suit that he's currently in.
Okay. Yep. We need to cut a hole in the wall here so we can grab Aiden and jump into our ship. And yeah. And then break away.
Okay, so what are you actually doing on that turn? I mean, you've given direction. That's cool and everything.
Leadership check.
You can do that.
No, we don't want me to. No, we don't want this guy to do a leadership check.
Oh.
Like my leadership is all sorts of horrible.
I wish I could give you mine. Like, the original idea was that... Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, nope.
It's some people are really good at tactics, and some people are really good at talking to people, and I really appreciate the distinction being seen in this party, because, and this may be a little arrogant to me, but I always feel like I'm really good at tactics, and I'm really bad at conveying those tactics to people I play games with. And this is a perfect example of that. Like, the captain knows exactly what to do, but telling his people to do it is his barrier.
Yep.
You got this.
Alright, so, if you want to make some sort of roll here, you can. You haven't spent an action. You've only moved through a door, so that's a minor thing. So, if you want to hang on to it till the end of the round, you can do that too. I have no problem if you want to hold action.
Yeah, I'll hold.
Okay.
Ronan, where are you moving to?
Right by where we're gonna breach right here.
Got it.
So the goal is that they breach. We see if Aiden's still alive. If he's not alive, then we flamethrower the crap out of everything and run to our ship. And sorry, Aiden. If he is alive, then we don't flamethrower the crap out of everything. And we grab Aiden, and I flamethrower the crap out of everything else. And Junkrat comes with me, and we fire everywhere as we run back to our ship.
I'm going to make a check for the adjutant real quick. That's a 9. So, on your HUD, specifically Holmes, on this, have you ever played Republic Commando?
Fact.
Excellent. You get that status for your squad mates, including a line on Thodub's outlined in yellow showing him as unconscious and giving you his statistics.
Sweet. Good news, guys. Aiden is still alive. So we're going to breach that we're going to, like, I'm going like the words. We're gonna cut the hole. I'm gonna go in first. I'm gonna jump over Aiden. I'm going to flamethrower down this way.
I feel
And
like as you're giving this really long, drawn out explanation, people are just doing shit.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening. And then we'll jump on our ship. That's what we're doing.
All right, who's up next?
Got a hole.
It's cutting time. So K62 moves over to where Captain's position is.
Okay.
And proceeds to start cutting a hole exactly where Captain asked him to cut a hole.
Okay, now that's into the room that Aiden is in, or into the launch bay for the air raft. I can't remember which.
I was a little, honestly, metagame, I was a little confused with that,
Mhm.
whether he wanted to go in where Ada was, or if he first mentioned that he wanted to go in where the air raft was. And then
I want to go to where Aiden is. My original goal was not to drag all the way through the thing, was to grab Aiden, pull him in, jump in the air raft, and go. But Aiden won't survive that because he can't breathe because he doesn't have a functioning back suit. And so I abandoned that plan. So cutting
Okay,
hole into where Aiden is.
Okay, cutting hole into where Aiden is then.
Okay, give me a roll, but don't forget your boost for Junkrat helping you.
Okay, got a 12.
Okay, you blast right through that. You and Junkrat are becoming very proficient at cutting holes in walls. It's kind of fun.
We're good at this.
Yep. I mean, you're a robot and she's a salvager, so this is fun.
This is no brain.
Mhm.
No brain work.
Kizik, I believe that leaves you and Taylor, right?
Yes.
Okay.
See.
So, which one of you going next?
So I hear people going through the hole behind me, and I count to 3 as I'm still staring at these 3 doors, waiting for somebody to run out of them. Once I get to 3, I fall through, and I keep my shotgun trained on that as I walk backwards,
Okay.
making
So
sure nobody sneaks up on us.
you get to 2.5, and this door opens.
Holy shit.
Okay. There is a Vargar who has heard the alarm. The Vargar is in full armor. It looks like it's some sort of armored vac suit, and they've probably been in there the whole time putting it on. Has significant armor plating. In his hand is a laser rifle. He pulls up the laser rifle and draws a bead on you and hesitates for just a second. What do you do?
Yeah, in that hesitation, I shoot the laser. I shotgun the laser rifle
Okay.
as I then fail.
Give me your roll.
5. Shotgun is slug. Dexterity is 2 for a 7. I miss him.
Okay. Well, that sucks. So pellets hit the wall. But you said you're just going to shoot and run?
Yeah.
You are able to move your full movement, and he doesn't shoot at you.
It's like a reaction shot, and then I go through the hole and I try to... fuck. Armored Vargar.
I wonder if your character realizes why he didn't fire.
Probably not.
I hope not.
Okay, so that's fun. Taylor, what are you doing? You're able to get to the airlock with one minor action because of your pass check on the last one.
Ray.
Ray is standing here with a fire extinguisher pointed at a locked airlock door. His hands are visibly shaking. Like he's normally very, like, you've dealt with him in a tense situation. He's normally very collected. He obviously has a fear of swarming insects. And he's freaking out, man. But he's kind of backed up to the door and he's like, shit. And he sees you're in a full vac suit. He's like, I should get back on the bridge. You're going to open that door, aren't you?
It's a damn good possibility, Ray, but listen to me. And I put my hand on his shoulder and I'm looking through the vac suit at him and I'm like, you're going to fly this fucking ship and you're going to save us all, okay? I need you to go in there and I need you to fly this fucking ship and save us all, right, Ray? Don't leave without the captain. But I'm just telling you, you got this.
Fly-
I'm gonna
Fly ship.
leadership it.
Fly ship. Don't leave without the captain. Yeah. Go ahead and give me your leadership roll.
No more freaking out, Ray. I got a 6.
Well,
Yeah. Sorry, Ray.
he went back into the bridge. Let's say that.
Okay.
As you go by the door, you hear like the deadbolt for the bridge door, which is a solid airlock door. It's locking from the inside.
Yeah. Oh shit. I should have locked Welly in the. It's okay. I'm gonna realize that Welly's not safe and kind of freak out a little bit more. I don't have any weapons to fight nanobots, man.
Might it make a question of curiosity, kind of meta side? Is do we have any actually is able to freeze them?
That was what I was thinking with the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I didn't know if there's anything even colder than that, though.
Not on me.
I don't know if we
Look
got
through
those
my stuff.
cryotubes or whatever in the
The
back.
vacuum of space. Pretty cold, I hear.
Pretty cold.
Okay.
But Aiden can't survive that, so there's lots of things that I would do if Aiden didn't have a completely compromised vac suit.
Annika,
Agreed.
not in a vac suit, is going to walk up to Taylor. And she's going to be like, so, Aiden's in trouble.
Yeah, saw him get eaten by, I think, bees or something on the camera. Kind of freaking out a little bit.
You're going to want to call me if things start going really south.
Really, really south?
Really
You're not
south.
you want me to call you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just,
I will do that.
I'm going to step in here so I'm not here when you vent the ship.
It's a good idea. It might happen. Ooh, boy. All right, just in cases, is 4 closed and locked?
It would have sealed when you came through. It is
Okay.
It is not a bulkhead. Actually, it is listed as a bulkhead door. So that's a solid bulkhead door. That's an iris door,
Okay.
which is unusual for the middle of a ship.
Okay. So if we have to vent, it's really our living areas that are going to go. And
Well, those
Welly and Gigi are
these-
safe behind the
these,
doors.
These regular doors are fine as far as holding air in. They're just not like you could kick the door in or you could use a regular torch on them. They're just not iris doors. The doors that are listed as these little like square X things, these things are iris doors made out of ship grade hull plating. You need a TL13 or higher cutting torch to cut those.
Okay. I guess my question was, were the room doors sealable?
They
like
are airtight. Yes, they're airtight.
Okay, good. All right. I feel less butterflies. Welly will survive. And shit, I think talking to Ray and everything and Gigi, that's going to be my turn. I don't really have a major action yet.
Okay, I was going to let you open the door and realize that you needed to tell the adjutant to cut the gravity off, so you can do that too if you'd like.
Oh, yes. That's a good point, too. So now this door is going to be open.
Yeah, so what's going to end up happening is if you give that order, it's your choice whether or not you say it. The adjutant is going to cycle the airlock. That means the outside door closes and the inside door opens. Okay? And because your airlock is working fine, the doors they forced are on this ship. So both of those doors are forced open. But there are bugs inside of here.
Kraken. I'm going to grab the other fire extinguisher. This is the best idea I had.
Okay?
All right. Adjutant, open the door.
The adjutant, affirmative. Resetting gravity to normal, cycling outer airlock closed and inner airlock open. And you hear the outer doors shut, and then the sound of whirling, atmospheric things. Few of the bugs, maybe a half dozen of them, are already back in the air as the door opens. The rest are skittering around on the ground, eating the deck plating.
I don't know if I can, but maybe next turn. I will spray them.
I'll let you do it. since you haven't really been able to do anything.
Okay, I was spraying with the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
What kind of roll is that?
I'm gonna call that I'm gonna call it either a heavy weapon or an energy weapon roll. Let's go with energy weapon roll because fire extinguisher isn't quite the same as a flamethrower.
I'd agree with that. So I rolled a 10 on the dice, and I've got 0 in it, so 10 Z's.
Plus your dexterity modifier.
Which is 0, 10 Z's.
Okay. So we're gonna call the damage on this thing 1d. Go ahead and carry over your effect and roll dice.
3.
Okay. So the half dozen or so in the air, you blast as well as you can at them, but it's a fucking fire extinguisher. The cold does seem to have an effect on them, but you're gonna need something better than a fire extinguisher. And for just a minute, I'm gonna have to take a bio break. Sorry, I'll be right back.
I wonder if they freeze enough that I can stomp on them now. Crush them. I don't know.
I wonder if a big fly swatter, maybe. I don't know. Do we have anything like that?
No.
Beat him with a bat.
What we need is raid. Or an EMP might have done it.
Ooh. Yeah, I wonder if that would have taken out anything else, though.
Oh
Like
yeah, it
that
would have
straight
shocked all
ship.
of our shit. Yeah.
The things that keep us alive in the vacuum of space.
I was gonna say I've got my really cool laser weapon, that little crazy thing that I got back on that
Wait.
planet.
We know magnets work on it.
Yeah.
We know intensifying gravity. A little bit different than magnetism.
Oh, that's a good point. But yes, I wonder if magnets work on it then.
Or if we're just feeding it.
I was really hoping my idea with the weird radioactive bars would work. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, Try to get rid of these at the
Yeah, there
same
you go.
time.
If we still had some of the, so like I don't think the cobalt would do, but if we still had some of the like the squid poo and like have them eat the squid poo and then the squid poo eats them.
Ooh.
But I don't think like we ran out of squid poo, didn't we?
This is solid squid poo, and this whole thing.
I think the solid. I was going to ask about that comment. I thought the solid stuff was already mined, and that was where you.
Evacuated?
Yeah, that's what that void matter stuff is.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, we have gotten rid of all the squid poo and turned it into precious metals and the giant purple bars.
That wasn't in the recap.
And seriously damaged this tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, this tank is fudged.
Yeah. And your wing over here is also damaged. It's got a patch on it. So,
Airlock.
Yeah. And now the airlock, yes. So I'm back, obviously. Sorry about that. Normally try to wait till 10. So I believe that resolves Taylor's round. I'd like to point out, you guys have to communicate. You're not psychic.
GG is.
GG is, that's true. That's how GG knows Aiden's in trouble.
Yeah, I guess Taylor over comms, you'll hear him screaming and be like, "They're on the ship! I'm trying to spray them with fire extinguisher!" And then we'll fade out.
Okay. So that's... Were you the last one to go again?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so that's it. So now I got to do... Okay, but during that, I made Ray go... Actually, Ray technically went twice, but that's fine. Because one of his goes was just to run to the bridge and lock the door. Gigi went, Junkrat went, K62 went, Adjutant went. Yes, all of those NPCs are covered. I just have to cover the bugs.
And the armored Vargar.
Yeah, I've got the Armor Vargar covered. He's technically already went this round. It's worth noting that the Armored Vargar... Now, Luca was a pilot. He probably wouldn't... Or sorry, Luca was a pilot. He probably wouldn't know. You tell me, Kizik, was Luca the kind of, like, would he have been paying attention when they were going all the intel briefs on the pirate corsairs, or would he have just said, yeah, I know how to pull the trigger when a fighter's in front of me?
He definitely was half asleep during the intel things.
Okay.
That's honesty right there.
Yep. I figured that would be the case, but I wanted to give him the opportunity to be like, nah, that's space combat. He might have paid attention.
No, there's a red dot in front of him. He's pulling the trigger.
Okay. So what we're doing now is we're going to go to the top of the round, and any player can go. There is a successful hole cut into this wall where the gap between Aiden is, and you guys can see a very light swarm over top of Aiden. His vac suit looks like it's been riddled with shotgun fire. Like it's got tiny holes the size of pen tips in it in various different places.
On your command, Captain. I got Aiden. You get the bots.
All right, you grab Aiden, and I'll step forward and flame everything else. And then, Junkrat, I need you behind me, especially now that our airlock is closed. And I'll flame one way, and Junkrat flames the other way, and then we run to our ship. And Taylor, I need you to open the airlock at that point so that we can get back into our ship.
Airlock's open, Captain.
And then, as soon as we're all in the airlock, Ray, fly away.
Technically, you close the door on them.
Yeah, yes, the airlock is currently not open.
Airlock will be open. Sorry, Captain.
No worries. I want it closed right now because the outside of the ship can withstand the flamethrower. The inside of the ship, not so much. So, good call on closing it. But giant time coordinated effort. This is my plan. We'll see if it works.
Okay.
Pull Aiden out. Junkrat and I go flame, and then everybody goes into our airlock. Taylor opens airlock. We dive in. Taylor closes airlock. Ray breaks the connection, and we fly away.
Sounds like it's K62 and Junkrat going in and grabbing Aiden. Is that what I heard?
Junkrat's got the flamethrower. It's me and K62.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you're both played by humans, so decide how you want to do it.
Put my shotgun in its little holster, and I go, I got his front half, you get his back half.
Absolutely. KC2 goes in and starts grabbing the back half and starts a dragon.
Give me athletics roll. If he's helping you, you can take a boost.
Got an 11.
Okay. You haul Aiden back through the gap in the door. Well, and Kizik helps. And since that took both of your turns, I believe that's everybody but Ghost, right?
You need Junkrat and I to do the rolls for the flamethrower and everything now?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely flamethrower stuff. Junkrat rolled a 8.
I also rolled an 8.
And it's D4 for damage on flamethrower. So that's a 13 for her damage.
19 for me.
Okay. You guys, once again, stupid number of these bugs are just falling down on the ground. But they're flopping around on the ground. They just start eating deck plate frantically. The deck plate around this main intersection where they've been for quite a while is actually down to girders, and you're going to have like holes in the floor you can fall in if you're not careful. And Ghost, what does Taylor do?
Taylor gets his Discord working. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, they're not ready for me to pop this door open yet. Damn. My door is open currently. gonna close my door and ready to cycle the airlock when and prepare. You know, like, can I prepare that action?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You hit this button to close the door. You got manual airlock controls out here, and you have the right codes to operate them. You do notice that one of the little buggies slips past the door as you close it.
Damn. Can I try to stomp on it in my vac suit?
Oh, it's one of the flying ones, and it goes into a vent.
No.
So, yeah, you get that door closed. That door's nice and closed now. You are prepared to open the door. You've done all your work. If you want to roll a ship side life support roll, I can make it so that you can snap open the door really fast.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. I do have life support. But I roll snake eyes.
That sucks so bad.
That is the game that we play.
Okay, so you're like, I think I can do it, but it's compromised from the bugs, and you're not sure that you trust the system to operate correctly.
Yeah, they've done some damage. Junkrat and I'll have to look at that.
Inside the ship, the crowd here that is around Aiden is like, oh my god, blah, 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 the Aiden's here, as a huge Vargar comes storming in, screaming a battle cry, holding a laser rifle over his head like a club, and runs right up on whoever the closest player is on this side of the formation.
Yep. This is the guy I just shot at and missed.
Junkrat's like, did you forget to tell us something?
Yeah. There's still one alive, at least. You didn't hear the shotgun. Fuck.
Love the call-outs.
Yep. He rolled a 10 to hit. He rolled 7 damage on whoever the first person in there is. I'm going to say is it Kizik that's there, or is it the captain?
No, it's me.
So he bashes you over the head with his laser rifle.
We're just in standard vac suits.
Yep. Well, except for the captain.
Protection.
They do have protection. I thought you already had your vaccine card. Oh, maybe that's the card that the Discord thing ate. I was trying to figure out. Hold on a second.
Oh yeah, is that this blank card right here?
Yeah, I was trying to.
Suit.
Yeah, because the vac suit card was made a long ass time ago.
Yes, it was. In a galaxy far, far away. May the fourth be with you.
Damn it. Okay, I'll have to look it up in the book real quick. I do already have it open though. Just take a second. Let's see. Ooh, I had it open. I may have just lied to you. I've closed it for some reason. Why would you ever close a book like that? You always need the supply catalog.
Or protection 4 for a basic vac suit.
Thank you. I'm gonna look it up anyway, just so I've got it up here.
It's
Well, also,
page 228.
28, yep.
Need a new card? I'll make you a new card.
I do need a new card for it. Yeah, that sucks. But, it is what it is.
On it, boss.
Alright, so take 4 off. And, let's see, I gotta make... So what NPCs didn't get to go? The adjutant hasn't done anything, but you guys haven't asked him to do anything. Ray is standing by to stand by. So it's just the bugs, right?
Oh, can I have... Is the adjutant... Yeah, the adjutant's hooked up to the ship. Can it track the bot that went into the vent?
It can try to do that. If you want to ask it to do that, I'll make a roll for it.
Yes, please.
Rolled a 6. That's not good enough.
Damn,
Too
the adjutant.
Too small. Okay, so that brings us back to the top of the round. At this point, also, you guys can't see it, but you will hear, like from this wall on the cargo bay, the sound of the bugs eating through the wall. Also, the alarm overhead has gone from, just, hey, security or hull breach is imminent to hull breached, life support failing. and you can hear like whistling noises as air is now leaving the ship. Decompression in progress, I guess, is something like what it would say.
Unplanned disassembly in progress.
Right? So, top of the round. Who wants to go?
K62 is real strong, right? So I'm gonna like my bell is rung, and I turn around and look at the Vargar, and then I point to the wall and I go, "Nanobots are eating everything. Holy shit! Can you help me put this guy on him so we can get out of here?"
You point to K62 and say that?
To the Vargar. K62 is kind of like holding him, and I'm trying to strap him there so that he can run and be agile.
So you're trying to reason with the pirate who, now that the captain's seen him, the captain who paid attention in Intel class and used to board these vessels for the Navy, would recognize as the Alpha with all his gold leaf and stuff. He's also blatantly taken a battle stem.
Okay, Taylor, open the airlock door. Everybody else, run to the airlock. We only have 6 seconds to get off this ship, by the way, people. And I will stay in the rear, and I will engage Jack Monkey, because I'm the best equipped to do it. Yeah. That's our plan. And then we will all run, and my vac suit can last out in space longer. So we will run. We will get in there, because Aiden currently can't live right now, because we're decompressing. So, yeah, that's the plan. Get to other ship. Leave Crazy Vargar in the vacuum of space.
So you
right.
Want to go first?
I think he wants me to pop the door first.
Okay.
Yeah, I want the door to pop, and then I want everybody in, and I'll take up the rear, because I can survive a hit longer than better than anybody else can.
Okay, I got bad news for you, Taylor. You hit the button and nothing happens. I need another life support roll from you.
Oh, I can't pop at the door? Shit.
Also, the swarm seems to be much more active in there.
Fuck! Oh, these rolls. I've rolled a 3. I have a 1 in life support. And a 2 in intelligence. Not enough.
It's not enough. The door does not open.
Fuck, Captain. I'm sorry. There's they've done some damage here to the airlock. I'm gonna try to fix it. Junkrat, you got any ideas?
Yeah, the door on this side has been popped. We can just get him right up to the door, and then we can either pop the door manually, or you can give it another shot, but we're going to be hanging on while the ship decompresses.
That's uncomfortable.
It's not going to be pleasant.
Can I try to hop in the lift here?
The lift?
The open air vehicle?
The air raft?
Yeah.
So the way to get into it, you have to come here where Aiden's body was and then come through this iris valve. That's going to take 2 of your minor actions. You can do it.
I can't then start it.
I'll let you start it as a minor action. Usually startup for an air raft is relatively simple. It's kind of like a car.
I'm going to say, alternative plan, we all get in the air raft and we go to a different airlock.
Again, Aiden, I don't know that he'll be able to survive that.
Yeah, we're trying to.
I'm also penalizing you for long conversations, just so you guys are aware. That's what those dice rolls you keep hearing are.
I'm going to go try to start that ship. So we got K62's going with Aiden's body. Junkrat's going with him. I guess I'm going to stay with the body, everybody else. And just shoot shotgun shells down the hallway as we're getting close to the doorway.
Yep. We'll go to the doorway and we'll have faith in Taylor in opening the door.
Mm,
Or we pop our own door. Ready, go.
okay.
Okay, so who's standing right next? Is still Kizik standing right next to the Vargar guy?
Nope, I got the rear.
He's going to pull out a vibroblade. And he's going to make an attack on you. Because you guys took an hour to make those decisions. So
Good times.
So I'd like to know if what reaction you'd like to take, if any.
Shove a flamethrower in his face and open up.
That's not a reaction. That's an action. Reaction is, in the Traveler system, you can either dodge, dive for cover, or you can parry if it's a melee attack, which this is. You're supposed to have a melee weapon to do it with out and ready, but I will allow you to do it at a negative DM with just your hands or a rifle or whatever you've got in your hand.
Dodge is dexterity, correct?
Dodge and parry, I believe, are dexterity. No, parry is melee skill.
And dive for cover is
Dive for cover.
I don't have a turn.
Yeah, you don't have a turn.
I will do the dodging.
Okay, what's your dexterity?
11.
Good enough. All right, so you're able to dodge out of the way as he, in his shaky aggression from his battle stem, takes a slice at you with the non-vibro blade, or the regular blade, I should say. His broken laser rifle on the floor. Safety was on. He's all drugged up. Couldn't figure out how to make it work.
And yeah. I'm gonna shoot him in the face with the flamethrower as I back up towards our airlock.
Okay, give him some barbecue.
Of course, we're on the see who can roll the lowest point right now, and so my 6 is not going to do much.
No, it isn't. I mean, it's just gonna be hard to beat the snake eyes that Ghost rolled earlier.
And then a 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shitty.
Your vac suit's going to be reporting that. All right, sorry. Did everybody get to go? Because I don't think Thodubs went. K60. What's K62 doing?
I did not. I'm still dragging Aiden towards the door, towards the airlock. I think we're still trying to get in through the airlock, though, right? We haven't gotten.
All right,
we haven't popped it yet.
I think it's completely acceptable for another player to relegate a NPC to just carry things duty, but not for a player to designate that to another player. This little thing Kizik did earlier that I wasn't 100% on board with. If you would like to do anything to maybe resolve this as a mechanic, you and Junkrat possibly being able to do things like open doors, relegating you to carrying dead weight, maybe not the best tactical maneuver in this particular turn where you're about to run out of air.
Okay. Well, so K62 rigs up this little device that actually takes Aiden's leg and hooks it to his waist, so he can actually have his hands free. So he's kind of like,
so he's just
like
dragging his body.
No dog, dragging him on. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Okay.
And
I love it.
So that's what he's doing. He's kind of dragging him along in his vac suit, and is looking at Junkrat, looking at the door, and checking out to see what we can do to get through the door.
Okay. I would like you to tell me what you're doing to get through the door.
Now, is it pressurized already inside there? I mean, are we able to open up the door?
So, part of the problem is that your ship was supposed to be pressurized and now isn't. Part of the problem is the bugs have compromised the airlock. So, yes, there is air in the inner airlock on this side, and on the side that you're on, the air is virtually gone.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
you are opening an active pressure vessel, and it's an important thing to know.
That's gonna be fun.
You're also being swarmed by these bugs. You've walked into a swarm of them. Most of them are on the ground, but some of them have started to fly again. This is where they shot the flamethrower down the hallway, but it only temporarily stuns them.
This is where we go through the little poppy, the airlock.
Well,
Uh,
this has already been popped once. This is
our
well, actually, no. This is on your side.
this is on our ship.
Yeah. So you can either go through the pop, or he can try, because you only pop an airlock if you don't have access to it. He has codes to this door. This is not a forced entry. This is a repair roll.
Yeah, you guys
Open it from the outside.
So we can actually pop it from the outside using the codes. Then is what you're saying.
What I'm saying
Yes.
is you don't have to force entry. It is broken. You're not breaking in from like an enemy ship, which is what he's referring to is meant to do. You are repairing something that is broken, and you need to look at it from that perspective.
Gotcha.
This
All
door
right.
is jammed.
All right. So I'm going to start using my my drill hands and my tool hands to actually start repairing this door and getting rid of the damage on it so that it can actually be functional again.
Loosen it up so it can open. That's exactly
Yes.
what I wanted.
Yes.
I mean, I would have accepted many different options, but that's actually the optimal one.
I'm assuming that Junkrat is doing this with me.
If you need her to, yes.
Yes. So Junkrat will do this with me.
That's a pass. I can already tell from your dice roll.
Oh yeah, it is. I was trying to give you the full number. It is a pass. You're right.
So you're able to get the door open. A gust of wind pulls the flying insects out of the inner airlock and pushes them into, basically past you into the hallway. The ones on the ground are still there, but you've just dumped a bunch of them back onto the Vargar ship. And the airlock is now open for you guys to pass into. I believe that's everybody. Oh, wait, no.
Yep.
Wait, did Taylor go?
He tried to open the airlock and didn't.
Yeah, it didn't.
Okay.
Didn't go. That was the first turn, I think.
All right, let me roll for Ray. Ray rolls high enough to realize that the captain is not in the airlock and doesn't immediately sever the connection as soon as you guys are in.
Tell him to wait.
Yes, but I was rolling to see if a bunch of people surged to the airlock, and he's like, "Okay, go," and didn't realize that Holmes was still on the other ship. Okay, the adjutant is going to be able to detect that the bugs are now into the infrastructure of the ship and are moving outside of the confines of the airlock, and is going to report that over the comms to you guys.
We don't like that.
Enemy Vargar is going to take another slash at Aiden and miss. And Gigi did not have to do her special trait. And I think that's it except for the swarm. Okay. All right, so the only person in a position to see this is Holmes, but the sidewall here on the cargo bay starts getting holes in it. Bugs start swarming into the cargo bay. The whole ship seems to be turning into a giant swarm of these bugs. Your vac suit reports that all atmosphere has been drained, but you and your opponent that you're facing off against are both in vac suits. We're at the top of the round. Anyone can go.
I'm gonna make a run for the airlock.
Okay, that's going to invoke an attack of opportunity from your opponent.
I understand.
He does manage to land that strike even with your dodge, which I automatically factored in. And he does 6 damage.
Sweet. Protection plus 13. I think I'm fine.
You're good.
And I'm gonna run like crazy man.
Okay, give me an athletics check. Or a vac suit check. You can use vac suit too.
No. 11.
Okay, you may make it all the way to the airlock. We're going to consider you in the airlock as they get in there. So if the rest of the people want to close the airlock, they can do that.
Yes. Close the airlock.
Yeah. He's running down the hallway. Shotgun blasts are going off all around him. Junkrat's right there hitting the button as soon as he clears the entrance.
Holmes jumps through the airlock. There is a vibroblade sticking out of the back of his armor. A blade sticking out of the back of his armor. The airlock sears shut. I'm going to go ahead and let Ray go. Ray jerks the ship so hard away from the other ship that he actually partially breaks part of the airlock's outer connector.
Shit.
Like pieces come off of it. The door's intact, but like some of the sealing mechanisms come loose. And it also flings the unpowered ship, so the Scout, into a spin and off, like away from the ship. So it's like spinning away from the ship. It's kind of like flung it. And you guys can feel the thrust kick on as he's trying to put some distance between you guys and that wreck.
That shit was crazy.
Somebody should track that ship.
Somebody needs to track these nanobots. They're in here.
Yeah, everyone in the airlock is standing on basically a pile of nanobots. They're trying to eat your shoes at this point, so you're not out of danger yet.
Smash them all. Kinetic force worse. Step on pugs.
So, K62 has climbed up to the ceiling and is like hanging from his manipulators. Like, fuck that. I'm made of the stuff they eat.
Aiden dangling from him.
That's right.
He would be. Yeah. Okay. So you guys are going to try to stomp him?
I think we should open the door and turn the energy back on real loud, or the gravity. But
Gravity?
no, I'm stomping as we're leaving, hot feet style.
Okay. There's a couple things that you should probably know, one of which is the grav plate's already failing because they're eating as they go, and the grav plate's going to be the first thing to go. Secondly, stomping them does not necessarily apply enough force to completely destroy them. Like, some of them are destroyed each time you stomp, and then just as, like, you lift your foot, the others swarm back in, reconsume them, and reproduce. So, I'm not saying it couldn't be done, but it's not a very effective way. Also, the ones on the bottom of your shoe might start actually eating into your vac suits.
Yeah, open the outside hall. We're going to sweep them out.
Did I hear you correctly? We want to open the airlock back open. All of us hold on and allow...
Yeah, well, get Aiden inside. Cycle these things as quick as we can.
Well, I mean, if we open the other one, then we let them inside too. I mean, I'm not opposed to seeing if we can suck them out, but that doesn't mean they don't get stuck on the side of the ship or something like that.
You see, many of them are now burrowing underneath the floor panels. Like, they're just disappearing under the floor panel into the ship.
All right, well, we gotta get in there, and we can't stop them from getting the ship already. We need to get in the ship and figure it out.
I'm gonna pop the inner door.
Yep.
Is that a skill roll? We're still in combat.
No, it's not a skill roll.
Okay, I'll pop the inner door, and I'll start spraying the floor with the fire extinguisher in my hand.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another roll.
Please not, Snake Eyes. That's better. That's a 9. And it's a 0 in energy weapon, 0 in dex. So 9.
Okay. Roll your damage 1d plus your effect.
My one effect. Ooh, top damage. 7 total.
Okay. The ones that are still on the surface that haven't turned into flying versions or burrowed beneath the deck plating are all turned into little crystallized entities for like 1 or 2 minutes. And if you step on them during this period, you are going to be able to destroy them.
Yes. Stomp. Dance. Do the tango.
The ones that are flying go directly into the vents, and the ones that are burrowing through the floor just disappear.
All right, we're going to be on a bug hunt for a little while, but are you okay? Let's get Aiden to meds. Come on,
Our
let's go.
steward droid, and whatnot can take a look at Aiden. We need to, see how Aiden's doing, if there's any burrowed into him, and get them out of there. And I'm going to go ask the adjutant if he's come up with any way or any advice on getting rid of these bugs.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab another flamethrower or a cold gun. Those are called flame retardants. Flame extinguisher, fire extinguisher. And Taylor and I are going to get any of the ones that are flying around.
We're gonna feel like Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call?
So, K62 is actually a much better medic than the Steward Droid is. Steward Droid has medic 0, so he's not really he's a waiter droid. He's not meant to be a doctor. K62 is trained in basic first aid.
Good on K62, man.
Yeah, I didn't actually know he had that skill, but it's a thing, and I think you guys would know it because the Steward Droid is for stewarding.
I was pretty impressed with the medic 2 in it, but I didn't say anything. Yep.
I appreciate that. I only pointed out because I think it's something you guys would know. Also, I would like, I want Holmes doing the actual role. Or whoever's doing the...
Yep, I'll do.
Because you haven't, moved your token around or done anything there.
I was thinking. And I have medic skill anyway, so it might as well be me. Got this. It's okay, Aiden. I've got a 4.
You're rolling a extra dice for your assistance.
That dice is higher than all of the rest of it, so a total of a 9 now. With the extra dice.
Okay, Aiden has been stabilized. There are a number of nanobots swarming through his blood that you're not going to be able to get out. They are much smaller than B size, but as you've got him on the medical scanner, you are going to, with your successful check, you are going to realize that the big B versions are just assembled units of the smaller ones. Like, these things are microscopic; they're germ size. They're also definitely an artificial construction.
All right, we're dealing with an artificial construction that's considerably smaller than the B things that we saw. They're all at the nano scale, so we got some issues. We know cold keeps them frozen for a little bit. We know that flame keeps them frozen for a little bit. We can... And has the adjutant come up with any ideas yet?
You haven't really had time to do that because you've been dealing with Aiden. But I was going to give everybody else an opportunity to do something before we got into that rather long conversation you're about to have.
Oh, goody. Standing by.
So, the Boaz brothers are playing Ghostbusters. Aiden, you're going to wake up on the medical bed. Everyone gets an opportunity to do a thing before we go into this conversation.
Is Welly okay?
Well, he's fine. The bugs seem more interested in eating technology than people.
Oh no, our big computer.
You mean your ancient adjutant, who's probably the most advanced thing in this sector?
Yeah.
We run down and keep freeze drying anything that gets too close.
Yeah, we're gonna go protect him specifically.
Okay. Aiden, you missed all of that. Your last memory is the bees swarming your suit and you getting holes punched in you, and you wake up on this medical bed, still partially in your vac suit. The vac suit's ruined. It's been cut away. And you got the traditional beep beep of the life support going on.
Well, I wake up still fighting. I'm trying to swat at these bees and stuff. I'm still like, what the heck? What, get them off me. What's going on? Where are they? Where am I now? What's going on here?
Moving around like that would be excruciatingly painful. So
I know.
So you wake up and you do it, and you're like, oh my God, I'm really hurt. You know, that moment you have when you didn't know you were hurt, but now you know.
Yeah, you don't want to do that again.
K62 is going to be like, you've been severely injured. You should not move. Swarm bug things appear to be on the ship. The captain is heading down to talk to the adjutant about it. Would you like a juice box?
I absolutely. Thank you. Apple, please.
K62 get you a juice box. All right, Holmes, let's have our conversation.
Yeah.
So are you going to come down and talk to the adjutant in person so all three of you can be there, or are you going to do it over comms?
I'm going to do it over comms so that everybody can hear it.
Okay. I guess you could do it that way. All right. So what do you ask?
Hey, now we've got everybody back and we've got them coming through the ship. Like, we know fire is minimally effective, and we know cold is minimally effective. Do you have any ideas of what could be more effective to get them off the ship before they multiply to the point that we can't do anything to stop them?
It may already be too late for that. What you're dealing with is, in essence, a WMD from a bygone era. My files on this said that this particular weapon system had been completely deactivated and was no longer functional in any state, but apparently that was incorrect information. You have to understand that long before humanity ever reached these stars, my creators had a war with, well, we called it the Scourge, and many different weapons were created to try to stop the Scourge. This was one of those weapons. It was a weapon of last resort, intended to be deployed on planets that have been overrun, destroying everything, and leaving only swarms of these entities in the solar system. They're not capable of faster-than-light travel, but they're meant to consume entire solar systems. They will eat every resource they can get their hands on, and they cannot easily be killed. The only way that is listed in the database to stop them is to send their shutdown code, which is customized to each swarm. And I have already tried every shutdown code in my database. They have obviously not stopped.
Orc.
Yay. At least we know what we're dealing with now. Where do the shutdown codes?
They would have
Like
they would have been at the facility in which these entities originated from. I've been attempting to ascertain where the closest entity, where the closest place they could have been manufactured was from the data I have, which is highly limited and will take some time. In the meantime, they could be slowed down or concentrated or lured away by making materials that they would want to use available to them as bait, and then sort of jettisoning it off the ship, basically providing a fly trap that they would follow.
Do you know what
They are
materials like that would be?
they'll eat almost any type of material, but obviously certain rare types of materials that are good for building computer chips are going to be more appealing to them.
Okay. So what are the chances of, if we take all of that kind of stuff, throw it in an airlock, and then jettison the airlock once they're in there?
It would be more effective to create smaller drones in the fabricator, obviously not as small as the nanites, that would haul that material through the vents and try to sweep the ship to get them all to a centralized location and then jettison it. Otherwise, you may not get all of them. If even one remains on the ship, it'll start replicating.
Okay. That sounds like an effective plan. All right. I appreciate the assistance.
I appreciate the bodyguards.
Yeah, no problem.
I am what they eat.
Okay, I'm gonna open a channel to the entire crew and be like, all right, so we have a plan for getting these bugs off of the ship. it is going to require all of us. We're going to need my Boaz brothers to create some drones, and you guys have some experience flying drones already, and you're gonna have to fly these drones throughout the ship to pull all of the swarm into one of the airlocks so we can open the door and fly the drones out of the airlock. So if I can get the Boaz brothers and Junkrat to take care of that, I need Aiden and K62 to come and stand guard over the adjutant, and I need the adjutant to find the locations of these bugs so that we can get the drones to it, and I need Ray to stay on the bridge and move us away from the currently occupied planet, and I'm going to need Ray to contact the convoy and let them know that we've been potentially compromised, and we need to go take care of ourselves, and we'll meet them at the planet when we get done taking care of this problem.
Ray is going to come back on the comms and be like, the convoy's already released us from the contract. This was their end destination, and they consider the pirates to be thwarted. I can report it to them if you want, but we're done with that contract.
We still need to meet up with them. Well, they don't need to know what we're doing then now, but we still need to meet up with them because they still owe us the other half the money.
That's true, but that's electronic. But yeah, we can. Yeah.
But anyway,
tell them
Go
not to touch that other scout ship that's floating listlessly towards something.
yes.
Okay. He's like, I can definitely put out a warning saying that the ship is hazardous. Local defenders are probably going to come try to inspect that immediately.
Always destroy it.
It's already destroyed.
Well, I mean, blow it up into pieces, like smaller pieces.
Yeah.
Adjutant, can these things eat a sun?
Eat the sun? No, but they will absolutely survive any type of missile or laser hits you throw at this thing. If they could be defeated that easily, they wouldn't have been a very good weapon system.
So the vacuum
Holy
shit
shit.
is not going to kill them, I guess. So.
No, they're designed to work in space. They're designed to eat a solar system.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, the only way we stop them is turning them off. Step one is to get them off of our ship first. But
You already uploaded those plans to the printer.
There are several plans in your printer already for small drones. They would have been designs that you probably would have tinkered with at some point, so you can just start printing them off and they wouldn't take exceptionally long. But they're like toy drones. Think of those little helicopters with twin blades that you crash into your office walls. So what you'd really be doing is stripping off bits of gold and putting it on their little feetsies.
Oh, so not this sky spotter.
That guy's not going to fit in your vents.
Right.
That guy's way too big.
Too big. Tracking.
Plus, they would
so we make
would
the-
eat it.
Right. I don't want to lose it. So the thing that my kids play with, which is the I guess it's like the drone blades, but it's inside of like a ball. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
got the sensor that can hover.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So we're printing those, and then the Boaz brothers are going to drive them around. I'm going to hand my fire extinguisher over to whoever's protecting the adjutant now.
Okay.
Aid.
Junkrat would have made it down there by this point. Junkrat would have been like, do you know that Ray has locked engineering in the bridge, like with emergency protocols? I mean, I could get in if I really wanted to, but he's not coming out of that bridge.
We need your help with these
Good.
nanobots.
Let me go get some gold.
I'll be right back.
I posted that vac suit.
Thank you. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm proud of that one. I like how none of them are the same shape.
Well, actually, all the ones that Kizik made and provided a template for are exactly the same shape and format because he provided a template.
None of mine. All of Kizik's.
The ones I made using Kizik's template are the same shape and they have a background, but I couldn't be bothered to reformat a bunch of it. So if it didn't fit neatly into what he did, I just erased lines and put stuff in. But I think that he made that template publicly available in the Discord earlier.
I tried to find it. I should have saved it.
Make your own template.
I did.
I'm actually using my, I'm saving it to mine and then uploading it rather than using the Discord link.
Smart.
There we go. Okay. We lost Ronan for a second. You guys are full. Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah,
you always want to
fly some
fly your drones through the vents?
Hell yeah. What kind of check is that going to be? That's going to be a recon? Can I pull that shit off?
We're using silver and gold?
I got a bunch of stuff. I'd rather not have nanites on our ship.
Okay. Well, it's not about how valuable the material is, just, it's about how good of a chip it makes. And I could be wrong, but I don't know that silver's used in computer chips. Gold is definitely used.
Oh yeah.
I could be wrong, but I don't think silver's used. I think the drones would ignore silver because it's not used in making computers. That's platinum. Platinum is definitely used in making chips. Okay.
Luca comes back and goes, "Oh fuck, I thought it was silver. No, it was something else shiny, platinum. I'll be right back." And has to sprint all the way back up and down.
Yep. Okay. So you made your drones. Go ahead and let's do some piloting rolls. I'm gonna say you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total rolls. Okay? And you need to pass a majority of them to wipe every single thing off the ship. You guys can split it up however you want.
Silver is used in computer chips.
Okay? Well, then you can use silver.
One more thing.
These are small. Oh man, I'll be right back. Hold on. I thought it was, but fuck. It's a long run. All right.
He said butt fuck. I'm going to start flying
Okay.
while he's running. I'm going to get a good head start. He's a better pilot than me anyway, so he'll probably catch up. All right, bebopping down through the vents. It's a 8.
8 passes. So it is 8 to pass.
Okay. That is the lowest that I'm allowed to roll. Oh,
Yeah.
boy. Shit. Okay.
Right, I made it. Oh, he's already flying. Oh, come on, buddy. I got you.
1.
That's a 5 plus 2 plus 1 is a 8.
So you guys are figuring it out first off. Now, where are you guys trying to gather them all up before you vent them?
Back in that first airlock, you think?
Okay.
They already destroyed one.
Okay. So go ahead and put some bait in there to keep them in there.
I just ran. Somebody else can run it.
You can put all those bars and say you just shaved bits of them off in order to put on the drones. Okay, so you got a pile of stuff in there for them to eat.
Sacrifices must be made.
I mean, if that's all it cost you, it's a pretty small cost, right?
We'll throw Homer in there too. No, sacrifices.
They don't like meat as much as they like.
Homer's a synth. We just found out.
That's how we live through all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an 11 plus 3 for a 14.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. I wonder if I can use any of your effect for my. I got an 8.
That's a great idea. I'll let you guys share effect, but only on the individual rolls. So,
all right. Well, we both passed.
Sig, that's a 9. You get 1.
Oh, okay. I might need it. I got 9, so I didn't need it. We're pretty good at this, man.
Oh, you had to say that.
We should be doing this like on our weeks of traveling. We should just be like flying drones through the ship. POV stuff.
Drone races? Holy shit.
That would be so fucking badass.
Through the vents, and then tell the captain you're doing maintenance.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled a 3 plus a 3 is a 6. I clipped a wing.
Oh, no. I got an 8 on that one. I passed. You didn't.
Okay.
That's 7.
I was gambling. I was already gambling. Like,
Yeah.
I bet you I can make a shortcut through here. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. You tried to like cut me off and make the turn faster than me. And I just kind of bowled into you.
You're just going slow and steady because you're actually trying to do the thing. I bet you I can cut some tot right here. Oh, definitely. That's a 12.
Oh, shit. Now you're zooming way past me. 9. It's 2 successes, though.
Great, if I'm counting
need
these
3
right,
more.
this is the last one.
Oh, I thought we needed 3 more.
Is a 10.
No snake eyes. 9. And then I think we need 1 more because he had 1 failure.
You had to roll 12 times. You just had to pass the majority of them.
Oh, gotcha. Well, we did.
So
Sweet.
I thought it was going to be close. It wasn't anywhere near close.
No, I had a +2, and I was like, oh, shit. This is going to be really bad. It's not bad.
Okay, so you get them all in the airlock. Now I need a life support roll to flush them out.
Oh, did we do one right over top of Aiden to try to get him out of his blood?
That's not going to happen.
We should just flood his blood with gold.
I mean, you can try.
Or mercury. I'm not a doctor, though.
Bleach injections.
All right, life support check. I have
Let me
0.
help you out with that.
Yes, please do. I did roll a 9.
Whoosh.
Didn't help.
All of the B-sized nanites are gone. As far as you can tell, there are no more on the ship.
Oh shit, I hate that. So, just whenever I feel like fucking you guys, he'll be back. Well, we do need to save Aiden's life now.
You guys did have an adventure doing that. Aiden, you by this point you probably would have figured out that you've been infected with little tiny bacterial-sized nanobots, and the captain may come up there to speak to you about it.
Oh yeah, I'm like scratching my skin and everything like that. I can feel something crawling around in there.
They're not big enough for you to feel. It'd be like having the flu.
Oh, but it's like that sensation though, like when you just feel like
Oh.
a picture ant, you kind of just feel it, you know?
Oh yeah, so, well, you look like you got chicken pox from all the little like needle-sized burrow
Oh, yeah.
holes where they went in. They were also red hot, so all of those spots are burns. So it didn't feel very good, and it is going to itch, but some of it's also going to be psychological.
I'm gonna need lots of therapy.
I don't know if Holmes made it back yet.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So I don't know if you wanted to go talk to Aiden about his new condition, but
Oh, not yet. I want to talk to the adjutant about that first.
okay. Do we need to just put him in the airlock? Is that what you're saying, Adjutant?
Yeah. That's the question.
I really hope you like K62.
That's not funny. It's a little funny.
A little funny.
I mean, I don't know how our Gary Worms would react to nanites, but that would be an internal battle. Do you wanna try to give him a worm?
I'm not giving up my Gary.
I mean, you don't have to give it up. You just bleed on him a little bit. That's how it passes, right?
No.
No, we take a pill, like it's a very expensive pill.
Or they surgically can implant them. Technically, both of
Yes.
both of you were surgically implanted. You were just unconscious for it.
Oh, gotcha. I thought they force fed us the thing.
No. You both went under the knife, and they were like, well, it's standard procedure on this planet. They don't have a worm. Why don't they have a Gary? I don't know. Let's give them a Gary.
I was totally picturing the scene from The Matrix, things coming out of his belly button. Anyway, they're going into his belly button.
All right, so Cap's come down and talk to the adjutant. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
The ship does appear to be clear of any of the macro versions of the nanites. That is good. Although it could be that we still have a remnant on board. They are not easily detectable, especially when they're in their dormant or micro states.
So we know that Aiden has some of those micro guys inside of him. Is there anything we can do about that? Or are there any symptoms or effects that we'll be able to see from that? And is there anything we can do about that?
So it is an unfortunate circumstance, but generally, once an organic is infected, the nanites will replicate inside the subject's body until they're able to form macro versions of themselves. They'll appear as small tumors over the course of several weeks and then eventually burst into groups of the macro versions, usually killing the host.
Holy shit.
So what you're saying is we need to jettison Aiden.
I don't think that will be necessary for several weeks, unless you want to
Okay.
display an abundance of caution. But it has been my observation that you would not be quick to do such a thing.
No. Can we, once they replicate enough, can we cut them out?
That will slow down the process. The tumors will be quite large. However, you'll never be able to get them all out without the deactivation code. I would suggest, since this Aiden is a valuable member of the crew, that you allow it to get to a certain point and then put him in cryostasis, which should temporarily halt the nanite's progress. But I would pursue trying to get the deactivation code as soon as possible. Obviously, you don't want it to get to that state, because even if you halt the progress of the nanites, they won't stop even if he's dead. Like, if you were to jettison him into space, the nanites will keep doing what they're doing. They will simply burst out of him in space and continue on with their task. The ones that you've jettisoned off the ship are still active, to be clear, and they will consume the material you've given them to replicate more and more and more. They are just off the ship. They are not dead.
So we gotta find that kill code, or the entire system of Elise is not going to exist anymore.
That is correct. It is an interesting conundrum, as you are not the authority in this system. If you alert the authorities to the danger that they are in, it will start a panic. Many ships will leave, thus spreading. If you don't tell the authorities, then by the time they find out it's happened, it'll be too late to save the system. It is a moral conundrum.
Or these things are for more than so many thoughts. Anybody want to take a trip to New Baron right now? That's me being immoral.
I was about to say, the adjutant's going to be like, are you suggesting the mass genocide of an entire solar system because you are having difficulties with their intelligence agency?
Just saying it's an option.
Interesting. I'll note that for later.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to actually do that. Okay. I'm gonna team meeting.
Where are we meeting, Cap?
In the place with the big comfy chairs.
I like big comfy chairs.
Am I able to come to this meeting, I'm assuming, or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
Okay.
not allowed.
Well, I don't know. I got my jukebox. I'm in pain, laying in bed. I don't know. You know.
He doesn't know that you're talking about whether or not you need to throw him out an airlock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yet.
Like, yeah, right.
Well, if you take your headphones off and talk about you behind your back. No, I'm just kidding. That's so
Yeah.
awful.
Alrighty. So as far as I see it, we've arrived at least. We've finished our contract that we need to go finish. Getting paid for everything. The ship needs to get fixed. We're pretty busted up. Elise has I think I'm reading this right, a B-level shipyard, which should give us the stuff we need to actually, or has the capability of giving us the stuff we need to fix the ship. There's some major repairs that need to happen there. We need to continue on our normal mission for finding the data cores and everything, but we've got this, giant weapon of mass destruction thing that we just got activated upon us, and fun fact, it's not off the ship yet. It's just hiding in Aiden. And in a couple weeks, it's going to grow into tumor-sized things and then burst out of Aiden in a very fun and exciting manner. The adjutant has let us know that at that point, we're going to put you in cryo sleep in our little low bursts to slow it down until we can get this deactivation code. The only way we're saving your life and stopping this thing from eating the rest of this solar system. But as of right now, we have no idea where to start looking for this kill switch for all the bugs. We just got them off of our ship at the moment. So that's kind of where we stand at the moment.
I pour Aiden a drink. Here you go, buddy.
Is this going to help kill them? If not, give me some more drink.
It might just help you feel better about your prognosis.
This is not good, man. This is not good.
You're a ticking time bomb.
I mean, so is the small group of nanites that are just eating some precious metals we let go, and the ship that's still spiraling somewhere. And we should probably contact like the real big government. I don't know, but those are the only two places we know, so we don't want somebody else getting these and then going to another system and causing more.
All right, so can we write? Let's do a communication as we are like the Vargar, and we say, "Oh shit, we fucked up, and we're Vargar pirates. We suck. We released this shit." And we send that out to, inform everybody. And then we just slip away. We do our thing. I don't know.
Inform them of what? Their imminent doom that they can do nothing about?
Yeah. Just let them, give them a heads up.
Or let them die happy.
Or let them mass panic.
You literally just told Aiden about his prognosis. You don't want to extend the same to literally everybody else?
No, Aiden's not going to freak out and try and cause this thing to spread. Aiden's going to be able to help us in actually finding this kill code thingy.
Oh, you've met Aiden, though, right?
Okay, fair.
I'm kidding, Aiden. I'm kidding. Here, have another drink.
But you're not wrong. There is value in letting people know, because if we let them know, they may know something about ancient civilization weapons of mass destruction.
Look, that Vargar got it from somewhere. He picked it up. Maybe he picked it up from the place that we need to end up going. So let's think about where that Vargar could have been from or have gone to.
So we're going to go hunt down
Homer's like, hey,
the pirates?
hey guys, our partners on the Raven captured one of their ships and maybe people.
Ah, there you go. We could go waterboard it, Vargar. Maybe not waterboard it, but we're spies. We'll figure it out.
We'll just spray it in the face with a water bottle so it tells us what we want to know.
Yeah, bad dog.
Oh, that doesn't work on dogs. They love that shit.
That's true. He just sits there with his mouth open.
Feel like that's a pretty good idea. So.
Okay, well, we've got that. We should put Aiden in cryo right now.
He can't help you if he's in cryo.
It's true. Okay, I was just throwing it out there. It was an evil suggestion. Maybe I shouldn't have said it out loud.
Hey, I need another drink. Anybody Steward Droid, drink? Empty?
I got you, buddy.
Steward is like, no, I have a job. I have one job.
That's the butter.
He's like, I'm so sorry that you saw the bottom of that glass.
Double, no rocks, straight, please.
He brings you a mason jar full of a clear liquid. No ice.
Oh, this perfect. This got like a bunch of X's on the outside of it. This is awesome. Thank you.
What if we stick him in a large magnet, like an MRI machine, and pull them out of him? Or an EMP. And we set an EMP off right next to him, and we cleanse his body of everything electronic.
Well, I mean, not everything gets affected by an EMP, but we could try, I guess.
You know what does get affected by EMPs?
Humans.
The synapses in your brain.
Fine motor skills.
You might see a difference in Aiden at all.
I was about to say he might be alive, but he'll be just like a drooling vegetable.
Riding around a wheelchair, trying to control things with my mouth,
Say pineapple.
It's pineapple.
He's the same. All right, Captain. What's the next move then?
I think we go to Elise. We talk to the Raven, see if we can get information out of their prisoners. and fix our ship, and probably refuel and all of that kind of fun stuff, and sell our cargo and
Yeah, drop off the cargo is a good idea.
all that kind of normal things. uh, While we hunt down information to give to the adjutant to try and find this kill switch.
I have some input. Junkrat says. The repairs to the ship and selling off the cargo and all that are going to take weeks. We only have 2 weeks to find this kill code and cure Aiden. Should we actually go do all those things, or should we ask the Raven to meet us here, do what we need to do, and then if we can find the location, go directly there, knowing that it's going to be at least 1 week in jump space at best case scenario?
Damn, Junkrat's smart.
Fair. That's why we have a crew meeting.
Yeah. All right, so we call Raven here. We bring the Vargar on the ship and we beat the living piss out of it until it tells us what we need. This is how we're going, right?
Yep.
Okay, we beat the piss out of him.
He's like, I was just checking.
Yeah, just making sure. So before I get all excited about this.
You have been practicing with that melee weapon.
Dude, I got a sword, right? This is like samurai sword. It's gonna be sweet.
We also have nanites inside of Aiden. Like, he might be our biggest weapon.
Oh god, yeah, we just threatened the Vargar.
Take a vial of his blood and inject it into the Vargar.
Just lock him in a room with Aiden. Aiden doesn't have to do anything. It just said, like, the longer it takes, like, the closer Aiden is to exploding.
I don't want to do anything. I don't want to make out with him. Okay.
Are you drunk?
Wait. Hey, empty.
Oh shit. Okay, fill him up.
You know, they haven't actually made him dumb yet.
I was wondering.
He's just he's just practicing for later.
Lots of drinky.
This is just normal, Aiden.
Oh wait, what do you mean that's a juice box? You didn't give me a liquor yet? What the heck?
Wine is juice box, technically.
Yeah, also it has a bendy straw, right?
You can put a silly straw in it.
Captain, you're going to call up Raven.
Sounds like a good time.
But we got to get Ray to unlock the bridge first.
Ray's willing to unlock the bridge at this point. He probably already has.
Junkrat, should you and I go out on vac suits and check out that airlock? That's really a source of like entry and exit. You know, ingress and egress. We need to fix it, right? Is it just going to take too long?
I mean, we should fix the airlock to make it functional, but we have another airlock we can use in an emergency.
Okay. Well, Captain, if you call the Raven, I will. We'll start working on repairing what we can.
Roger. Ray, do we have the Raven like on scanners anywhere near us still, or?
Sorry, repeat that.
I was asking Ray if like we still have. Is the Raven anywhere near us, or like?
The Raven's in comm range, but it's going to be time delayed comms.
Sweet. Raven is perfect stranger. Request communication.
This is Captain Maddox. Go ahead.
When we were boarding that other ship, we came across a potential Vargar issue, and we're wondering if you guys had any prisoners from your ship that you boarded. because we would like to interrogate them.
Oh, we were about to put one on an airlock. It turns out the authorities don't want them.
Sweet, we will take him off your hand.
We have to meet up with you anyway to collect a share of those filters.
Fair. Yeah, standing by to meet up.
All right, we'll set course for you. Just give us a few minutes.
Standing by.
We can probably be at your coordinates. At least it's a long delay. In about 60 minutes.
Standing by to support.
I'm trying really hard to make the AI make a frickin' Vargar, but it has no idea what the Traveler Universe is. And the one thing that I meant to do last time was get fucking Vargar art, and I didn't. And this whole time you've been talking to me, I've been like multitasking trying to do that. Can someone help me with the AI generator? Because this thing's
Yeah,
fucking,
if you don't mind, I'll take a
fucking
shot at it.
stupid as shit. You can look at the core rulebook to see basically what they're supposed to look like.
I will.
It's pissing me off. It keeps giving me a dog in a spacesuit, which is cute. Not what I'm looking for. Okay, so the Raven is going to come alongside, and it's going to dock with your secondary airlock. And I actually have a token for Captain Maddox, so he's going to come on board. And who's going to meet him at the airlock?
Captain should.
Well,
Should.
that's why I have a first officer.
He's busy making me a Vargar.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's a valid reason.
So you're going to come down there and be like, Captain Holmes, nice to meet you. I'm glad to meet you face to face.
You as well, sir.
He seems not quite professional. Like, he's one off from being a pirate himself almost. He's just like on the good guy side. And he's got a Vargar in shackles behind him. The Vargar is currently unconscious. And he's like, it turns out this system, they just space them on site. They don't even actually pay out civilian bounties for them anymore. Most of the pirates they deal with aren't Vargar, though. They were a little surprised to see this species show up in the system. Most of the pirates they deal with are native. Anyway, he's all yours. You got some filters for me?
Yes, sir. Let me have one of my guys go grab them for you.
Yeah, how many did you get?
I think it was 4.
Yeah, can you
Sorry,
bring
I'm not
those
there.
up here?
Yep, I'll bring them right up.
Sweet. He seems to be laced with all sorts of good materials that'll help pay for at least our fuel.
Yeah, it was fun getting them.
I certainly appreciate you taking the time to do it. We're going to try and build something on the planet that will let us scoop them up, like custom built for the job, and then we'll try again. Just let the location of those things be our little secret. Just saying.
Roger.
I posted that in Traveler.
Thank you, sir. That's pretty good. Better than what I was getting. Still a dog in a spacesuit, but at least it looks like a person.
Yeah, the other ones were...
Yeah, we're dogs in spacesuits. Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I kept getting.
Yep, definitely a dog in a spacesuit.
Well, you said he was in a vac suit, or an advanced vac suit, right?
Yep. Well, he was this one was in a just regular.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Right.
This is not the alpha of the ship. He is the one who they came in, they killed the alpha, and he said, "I give up."
Oh, you're the gamma.
Yeah. But he's currently unconscious, and Maddox is going to take his filters and be like, it was a real pleasure doing business with you. Here's our comm code and our Dropbox info if you ever want to send us any info. We are always available for hire. And he's going to head back to his ship. That's a good one, too. It's not going to be the guy we got, though. He looks he looks a bit more badass. I'll save him for later.
Yeah, that might be my new character.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Actually, if we ever do get to you roll another alien character, there's a section of one of the alien books that I'd like you to read first and let me know what you think. I found the Verpin of the Traveler universe.
It's not Junkrat.
No, it's not. Although you would be well suited to a Bwop as well. All right, so Holmes, you now have a Vargar prisoner all by yourself. I mean, he's handcuffed and shackled. He's technically unconscious.
A62, can you come up here, please?
On the way. K62 shows up. What would you like me to do?
Can you take this Vargar and where are we going to lock him up at? Where should we lock him up at? Anybody got any ideas?
How about the airlock?
Ooh, that's always a good place to interrogate people.
It's quite secure. You now have a Vargar locked at your airlock and K62 standing guard.
Yes. And K62 has his sword.
He does.
Yes.
Technically, you would have had time that you guys could have put him in his armor if you wanted him to.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And I have a special token for him in his armor.
Oh, look at him. That's cool.
Yep, I should have put his sword on his back. That was an oversight.
All right, well, I'm not here for this interrogation, so I'll stay quiet.
I mean, he's still unconscious, so.
I mean, you get K62 to hit him with some adrenaline, he'll come back.
I'll just get K62 to hit him, and he'll come back.
Either way, it's adrenaline.
But you're way better at interrogating people than me, so I'm gonna let you interrogate people. You guys sounded like you wanted to have way more fun with this, and I am down for letting you have fun with this.
You really ought to broaden your horizons. Give it a shot. It's a lot of fun. You could peel his fingers apart. Be creative with it.
Where are you guys having this conversation?
Oh, it's over comms at this point because I'm still fixing with Junkrat.
Okay, well, with that said, since you're saying it over comms, we're going to hear Annika's just going to walk past the captain, and she's going to walk up to the airlock, and she's going to be like, I've never tried to enter the mind of a Vargar, but he is sleeping, so perhaps wait until he wakes up. Or you can try it now and see how far you get.
That's a way better idea than pulling fingers.
I highly doubt pulling fingers is going to be the correct option, and she has a look on her face that, Taylor's lost brownie points with GG.
I wasn't serious.
Yes, you were.
Only a little. I did lose brownie points. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for him to wake up on his own.
Okay. So he wakes up from his drug-induced stupor. Gigi could not get into his mind while he was basically under the influence of the medical drugs. And she rolled a 4. So it's up to you to try to get something out of him for this time round. Anyone who wants to help in any way, shape, or form is welcome. This is a potential group effort.
Want to do good cop, bad cop?
Well, I'm gonna go help him. You get out of my way. I'm gonna give him some bee nanite bug stuff.
Let you guys take it.
All right, walk down there, Aiden. Do what you want to do.
All right, man.
Taylor slowly walking down the side of the outside of the ship and is going to get him from the backside.
Hey, Captain, let me infect him.
Let's talk to him first. So our airlock, I assume it has some sort of communications way from one side to the other side without opening it up.
There is an intercom, yes.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna turn on the intercom. Hey, how you doing in there?
Do you really want to know? Usually, people don't talk to the pirates before they space them, which is obviously why we're here.
Well, I mean, it's an option because usually, pirates, when they come on board ships, don't bother talking to the people on the ships there, so it's more of a safety precaution.
Is there any point to this conversation that will result in you not opening the outside airlock and venting me into space?
Yep, there's, like, you answer some questions for me, that's definitely a possibility.
Roll a persuasion or some sort of diplomacy check. It is based on social. I know that is a difficult moment for you.
Oh, it's amazing. I got persuade. Let's see what else. Yeah, we're gonna go with persuade. Roll good. 7, 8, -1, 7, 7. For me, a 7 on a social thing's not bad.
Yeah, it's not a combat roll, so since you're one short, you can roll. You can add a player point to pass.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay. So he's like, all right, let's say I believe you. What information do I know that could be worth you not spacing me that won't violate the safety of my pack?
So your pack that engaged the convoy that we were protecting was carrying some sort of ancient technology. Are you aware of that?
Not specifically.
Okay. Where are you in the chain of command of your pack?
Not on the bottom and not on the top.
So you would say you have some amount of connections and information, like just in general?
I know a little bit about where we've been, where we've raided, and what we've done. If there's some sort of artifact you're chasing, I might know where it came from. I would want some more assurances as to my well-being if I were to give you that information.
Okay. Well, I'm interested in where you've been and where artifacts came from. What assurances do I have that you're not going to send me running into the rest of your pack?
That is an interesting question because I don't know how I could convince you. How would you like to be convinced?
So let me be completely honest and on the level with you. So your pack released an artifact that will completely destroy everything in this solar system, including your pack if it's here in the solar system. And I currently have one of my crew members who's been infected by this device, and I really would like to save everybody here in this solar system.
Roll and investigate and social, please.
So investigate with social.
Yes.
Investigate. There it is. 11. That's like the greatest social roll I've ever rolled.
When you mention that there's some WMD that's going to wipe out everything in this solar system, including potentially his pack, there's a visible reaction. He tries to cover it up, but he doesn't do it well enough. And you know that you got him. Like, He will absolutely tell you what you want to know to keep that from happening. But he tries to cover it up and is like, I'll help you, because it's something that you want, as long as you are willing to let me go. And if you are willing to let me go and work something out, then I can help you out.
He says,
So, 1 second, and I'm going to turn off the intercom. And I'm going to get on the comms with my team here. And, hey, can we, lock him in one of these empty staterooms? Turn it into a micro prison cell thing that's not the airlock?
If you need to keep him awake, then you can lock the doors. Ray says. He's like, but usually when I was running passenger liners, if we had problem guests, we would lock them in a cryo low berth and make them low berth the rest of the trip. If you don't need him awake, that's the easiest way, because that way he's not going to override the lock, as a pirate might know how to do, and then slit our throats in our sleep.
Okay. So my intention is to offer him that alternative where we put him into lower sleep while we go fix this, and then we let him go after we verify his intelligence is correct and whatnot. Request everybody else's opinions.
I don't trust him at all. He would slit our throats in our sleep. I don't know if we can trust any information that he has.
I think from watching his reactions that he cares more about the safety of his companions than he does for trying to kill us and escape.
Okay.
you willing to bet your life on that?
I'm looking at his backside, so I don't see his facial features.
I'm not sure that I have any choice but to bet our lives on it, because if we don't get the information, we don't live through this anyway, because the bugs erupt from Aiden and then eat us in the ship anyway.
Then why lock him in anyway? Just give him a room.
Because I don't know that I trust him to hang out and I don't trust him to
All right. And inject him with Aiden's blood, like we said before.
GG comes over the intercom and is like, before you get too barbaric, I can tell you that he was speaking truthfully and does intend to cooperate, but that doesn't mean he can be trusted. His motivation is to protect his pack, not us.
Yeah. Put him in a cryo sleep, and then we can verify, and then we'll let him out.
Yep, that's kind of what I want to do. Because we can't just have him sit in the airlock.
No, it's a working airlock.
Especially our only functional airlock. All right, I'm gonna turn the intercom back on. All right, we have a proposal for you. We will hear what you have to say, and then, if you're willing, we will put you into one of our low berths and go verify that information. And if that information works, then we can save the member of our crew, the galaxy, and everybody here. Then we will thaw you out and let you go.
All right. I don't really have much choice. May I ask that you broadcast the information about this threat to a certain location as an extra part of the deal to make sure that if you fail, people can also attempt to stop it?
I think that's fair. You should do that.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. I will give you the location of the last planet that we scavenged from that had ancient ruins. I think it's likely if one of our people was carrying this device that that's where it came from.
Okay, we'll go check it out.
It's like, I need a pad to give you the info.
What's this guy's name? Sorry if you said it.
Kartor.
Yeah.
You didn't. You didn't ask his name, but I did come up with one and give it to him.
Right. So we're gonna step back and let our giant super armor droid give him a pad.
And escort him to a cryotube? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Or quarters?
Yes, sir.
Cryotube. Okay. He puts him in one of the low bursts. Cardor doesn't. He doesn't resist. He provides a set of coordinates for the planet that they were last in, and then he provides a set of coordinates for a satellite you can beam the information about this threat to. That you've agreed to do.
What kind of hostiles were on that planet?
You didn't ask for that information, and he's in low berth.
I say to a tube.
We can give that information of that location of that planet to the adjutant, who may have ancient records of stuff and information for us.
Solid.
Or do some research. We got a library. He's
Yep.
not going to know about current threats.
And then we can go look at a map and see how far away this is and see how much gas we have, because we don't exactly have a lot of that right now.
Can I come back inside?
Yeah, you can come back inside.
Junkrat and I, do you want to repair roll at all to see if we can do anything?
You can. I mean, you've got some spare parts on board. Not very many, but because you used a bunch of them up for the, the filter thing.
Yeah, that's true. I did get a 12. That's just me. No Junkrat assistance, but I'm sure Junkrat can help too.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another set of dice real quick.
That one was a 10.
Before her modifiers, so that's probably more like a 12.
Excellent.
Okay, so yeah, you guys managed to make the airlock functional but not pretty. There's like, your solution to the holes in the floor is to lay an extra piece of like plate steel down and sort of like tack weld it at the corners until you can put proper panels back in, which means that there's not going to be any gravity plating in the airlock.
Functional but not pretty.
Yeah,
That's the title of my autobiography.
Right. You guys use like suit patch tape to patch up all the holes in the airlock so it will kind of hold pressure. But the reality is that this is barely functional. But it is now a functional airlock again. Okay. So while you guys are doing that, what are Aiden and Holmes and Luca doing?
I'm gonna go talk to the adjutant.
Okay. Is this a group meeting or is it just you?
Anybody else who wants to come?
I've got coordinates for a planet. I'm going to do some research on the computer to see what I can figure out about what's happening modern day on that planet.
That is a wise decision. You give me a computers check. Aiden?
I am going to go back to my room and do some astrogation stuff, but I'm also just going to try and keep scratching my wounds and stuff here.
Okay, so you're looking up the coordinates and what it takes to get there.
Yep.
Okay.
All the details for that. So
Give me an astrogation check, and then Holmes. You approach the adjutant, you give him the coordinates, and for yours, the adjutant is going to come back and say, Grid Space 1524 was once home to a minor outpost. It was not listed as having any WMDs stationed there, but there was a facility during the Great War. It was overrun in the third year, rather early on, and abandoned. But it is possible that a ship or possibly an unlisted outpost there had materials that were not in the official records. That would also explain why none of my shutdown codes worked.
Awesome. Is there any sort of defenses in that area that we should know about? Like automated defenses?
At the time of the Great War, there was an outpost there. It would have had minor defenses, including automated death bots and turrets. However, it is unlikely that those systems are still functional after all this time.
Okay. What does... Wait, is there any star or anything there?
There is no gas giant in the system. There is a late-stage dwarf star in the system. And there are no habitable worlds in the system after the Scourge moved through.
Okay. Assuming that the Scourge was woken up by the Vargar, more than just like, do we have any way you can think of to help us if we need to get past?
If the Scourge were active in this system, there would already be units here. It would flood across the Great Rift like a tidal wave and destroy everything in its path. It is highly unlikely that the Scourge were there. These Vargar would not be here, they would be dead.
Got it. Do you have any advice for us before we head that direction?
I would check with any sources you have on information about long-range activity in the system. All the information I have is roughly 1,000 years out of date.
Sweet. Got a guy looking into that already. Appreciate it.
Kizik.
Yep.
Did you pass your roll?
I rolled a 3. I got a 6 total.
There's nothing of interest on the Traveler Aid Society star chart in 1524. Aiden, did you pass your roll?
I did pass my roll. I passed it with a 9.
Okay.
I also did a roll for making the astrogation. Did you need to have that also?
Not yet, but when you jump, it'll be valuable. So you guys know that it's one jump away. You'll need enough fuel to jump there and back. You'll need 2 jumps worth.
We currently have 1 jump's worth.
I'll go ahead and tell you that from the astrogation check that Aiden did, there is 1 ice planet there. If you wanted to go there and then mine ice and then fill from that, you could. But you'd have to mine ice.
What does mining ice entail exactly?
You guys have done it before during the training episode. You have to land on the ice ball, literally go outside and mine the ice in your vac suits, melt it down, and force it through the refinery processors you have on board the ship. I do believe it does have refinery process. Yes, it has fuel processors. It can do 20 tons a day. So if you can mine 20 tons of ice a day doing its full capacity, Let's see. Well, it breaks down to half, so you've got to do 40 tons a day, which is a lot. You can fill your tanks. You can fill one jump's worth in 2 days if you can do 40 tons a day.
Oof.
It's unlikely that you would actually have to do it that fast, so you could do it slower and not kill yourselves.
Right.
But that's the capacity of the processors you have. If there was liquid water, you could literally just scoop it up.
Melt it with a laser first. I'm just kidding.
And it takes more than a week to unload all the stuff we got.
Yep.
It's also about flight time.
Yeah, with cargo and then the glass sparrow and minigun van and our busted up, irradiated fuel tank. Like, we got one in the wings and this one's empty. Like,
Yeah, we don't have too much of a choice. Like, we're on a timeline here. We got a week over there. Find the kill code. Issue the kill code so Aiden doesn't die. Fly a week back here. Issue the kill code so the entire system doesn't die. Now, we should probably tell the local government not to let people jump in and out for the next couple of weeks.
we'll have to tell them why.
The right thing to do.
Or then we just propagate the kill code and say, hey, broadcast this everywhere so that worlds don't start exploding.
Does Elise have a Traveler's Aid Society?
It does not. The only Traveler's Aid Society planet in the islands is New Home. There is a Valentine brokerage at the spaceport on Elise. It's a sub-facility.
We can let them know. They're pretty good at keeping things low. Like, I think it's important to tell them, but I think it's important to tell the right people so that you don't have mass panic.
I agree.
And I think the Valentine brokerage can do that. We also have the Valentine brokerage has what's his name? Top guy that we work with, Jackson, who would have potentially contacts in the police force and whatnot to like let the right people know without causing mass panic again.
Then reach out to the Valentine's company. Tell them we last saw this alien scout here. Keep people away from the spot where we dumped the minerals.
Yep.
And we gotta go.
Yep. Concur with in all respects. And send the information to the mystery satellite.
So you're sending a text message to both those locations?
To the Valentine thing and the Fargar satellite, yes.
Okay. Rodin, you can either write the message yourself, or you can give me a social diplomacy check.
Social diplomacy.
Yeah.
Do I have diplomacy?
Doesn't look like it.
No, that's like a -4 off the bat. Watch this magic trick, though. First officer, I need you to write me a message that we're going to send out to the Valentine Association and the Vargar Mystery Satellite.
You need a letter, sir?
I need the message to wordsmith the message that we're gonna send, because I'm not really good at talking to people, and I don't want to confuse anybody or make things worse than they already are.
So you can do the same check or you can write a letter. He doesn't have diplomacy either.
I don't have diplomacy, but I might just do a message.
Okay.
None of us have diplomacy.
Hold on, let me double check what I do have. Nope, not diplomat.
Diplomat is diplomacy.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want
Most
to,
of our diplomacy happens at the end of a gun.
if you want to write it, you won't have to make the roll. This is the card for it. And as long as all the pertinent information is passed on, and it's passed on in a way that would be consumed by the Valentine brokerage / Vargar clan and do what they want, you will automatically win.
Okay, so we need it to vaguely say that there's a threat. Do we have the coordinates?
You do have the coordinates. That would be easy to ascertain. The course and speed of the spinning wreck, because it's not going to change, it's not under power. And you obviously know where you dumped the things.
Yeah.
In the meantime, what kind of equipment are we prepping for this mission?
Well, I got some cold weather gear, because we're gonna have to go to the ice planet.
None of these planets are going to have atmosphere. That was that's one of the things the adjutant told you.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
they're cold weather gear, and you're going to be in a vac suit. But you may want to take some time to maybe work on some of your vac suits. There's a vibroblade sticking out the back of yours. Aiden's is trashed completely.
The soles of my shoes are a little bit late.
Yeah, just saying. You may want to take some time to do maintenance on your gear.
Yes. Pull the vibroblade out, see if it's still functional, refill my flamethrower. Yeah.
Could we sacrifice one of those cryo tubes for a cryo gun?
That's going to be an incredibly difficult mechanics work, but considering you have the fabricator, I would let you attempt to do it if you wanted. Just know that it might not work the way you think it does. Like it's going to be pretty difficult to do that, but it's possible.
I may not be a mechanic, but I can help you out with my sciencing and the physics and everything behind all of that, because I are a physicist.
Can the adjutant make some kind of scanner for these? I guess we're just going to look for things. I'm just going to take a big gun, Gauss pistol.
Yeah, I mean, also, the adjutant doesn't really have building skills per se. It can help a little bit on that front, but not like just make magic thing. Can't find a default cryo gun in the weapons that are available. I may have missed it. Maybe it's a heavy weapon. Oh, cryojet. Oh, that's probably what we're looking for. It's within the tech level you can fabricate. All right, how do you want to go about doing this? Did I lose everybody?
No, I'm still here. I'm in. I need to break down the cryo tube itself. There's a coil that keeps that really, really slow. I'm going to put that around a very advanced, like squirt gun. I need something to propel it. And I've got a 3D printer and a internet to put all of these things together. So it's going to be a tough thing, but I'm going to take a week in hyperspace to work on cryojet.
Okay. Ghost, you done with your letter?
I am putting the finishing touches.
Excellent. Left a thing here for you to put it on so I could have an artifact. Okay, so what I need is a 12 difficulty mechanics roll. Feel free to ask anyone for help or with any part of it that you want, or you can make it a task chain, which is really what I was asking earlier, although that was a fantastic description.
Yeah, so task chain 1 would be break down the cryo tube. Task chain 2 would be like computers to generate the new schematic. Task chain 3 would be to mechanically put it all together.
So a mechanic, a computers, and a mechanic. That's fantastic. You should gather some help and do that.
Hey, Junkrat.
Okay. She can give you a boost for any of your mechanics checks. She's really good at taking stuff apart.
Yeah, she found like 3 spare parts in the tube. I'm just going to keep these, right?
Well, that's kind of what she was like. Okay, so you got the parts you need. You don't need any of this other stuff, right?
My first mechanics, I rolled 2 6s, and my boost was a 2.
Okay. Well, your 2 doesn't count, but what is your mechanics skill? Plus your EDU.
My mechanics skill is a 1, and my EDU is a 1, so that's a 14.
Okay, so carry your effect over to your next task chain, which is your computers check to build these into schematics.
I rolled an 8. I've got a 1 in education for a 9. I had a 6 in effect for a +7 to my last roll.
You have a 6?
I was rolling an 8 to deconstruct. I got a 14.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So now I have a +7 to the last one.
Yep. That's a mechanics roll.
Took a boost. I rolled 2 6s again. I love making cryo guns.
Holy shit.
You have a fully fledged cryo gun. I don't have a card for it, so if you want to go rip it out of the Central Supply catalog and make me a card for it, you're going to have a fully functional, like, it's not ad hoc at all. It's a professionally built, like, it's a cryojet.
With 2 6s, can I have the schematics for that to print it?
Yes, but you'll still need parts. How much was your effect at the end?
I had a +7 going into it, and I rolled a +6.
You can have 2. You can have 2 cryojets.
Spare parts. At the end, Junkrat's like, well, you could use these parts and we can make another one. And I went, wait, what?
You may also, for that much effect, have 1 attachment on each as long as it is not super high TL. Make the card first, then tell me what 1 attachment each of them gets.
Yep. One of them's a stabilizer, so it goes from bulky to not bulky. Maybe that's sling. One of those is a real thing.
Ghost, do you want to read this message?
Oh boy. Attention solar system, priority alert, hazardous area. This is an official communication to all navigating the vicinity of coordinates 69420 R2D2. May the 4th be with you. ND2. 2 derelict spacecraft designated as Vargar Pirate Husk 1 and Unknown are currently adrift in the sector. These vessels pose an imminent threat to the safety and integrity rest of it go? It's not here.
So you
Hold on.
you wrote this as a broad spectrum.
Yes. It is the threat to the safety and integrity of all life in proximity. And then I set the course and speed of the Vargar Pirate Husk 1 and the course and speed of the unknown. I'm going to keep that vague. And it finishes, under no circumstances should any spacecraft approach or engage with these wrecks. They are deemed hazardous and may contain volatile materials or systems. Exercise extreme caution and reroute your trajectory to avoid the specific coordinates until further notice. And then transmission end.
Okay. I mean, it has all of the relevant information, but the original plan was only to send it to specific parties that could do anything about it. You broadcast this, there's going to be a stampede.
I'm just going to send it to those two.
Okay. Is everybody okay with that?
Way better words than I would have come up with.
I know it's well written. It has all the pertinent information.
Pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah, it's a very good job. So, yeah, I mean, that's going to probably elicit some pretty significant responses from the Valentine Agency when it gets there. And whatever this other clan is, I mean, Vargar are aggressive and pack animals, but they're not stupid. So, they probably won't approach them, at least initially. They will eventually want to figure out what that threat is, though. Or they may see it as value.
Vargar, though, and Curiosity killed the cat. They might be. They might be okay.
I mean, they're going to argue about it, and whatever pack leader wins they're gonna go. All right, I think we've done all the things. So you guys are ready to jump to this dead solar system in 1524. And the plan is to mine ice when you get there, right?
Plan is to find kill code, then mine ice.
Oh, kill code first. Okay.
Why not do both at the same time?
Oh boy, that's on this planet.
If it's on the same planet.
That's not a prerequisite. You have a launch.
Fair.
Anyway, all right, so we've hit at the 11 o'clock, and you guys are going to head out towards this planet, so let's try to squeeze a little bit more adventure in here before we hit our time limit. Go ahead and set up your rolls. I believe the astrogation check's already been done. Is that what I heard, though, Dubs?
Yes, it has been. The only thing that I haven't reported on was the time to do astrogation.
Okay. Did it take more than 6 hours?
It did not. I rolled a 2, and of course it's a -1, so it's only a 1.
Okay. So, yeah.
All right, I get the engines hot with a 8.
All right. The only thing left is to hit the button and make the jump.
Captain.
Ready, go.
Okay. You guys hit the button, and the ship jumps out of the system. Now, the ship shudders violently as it enters jump space, but it's only for a few seconds, and then it stops. And you hear Ray of the comms going, "Oh, baby, you better hold together." He did not like that.
I look at Junkrat.
Hold on to our butts.
I think that glue set. I think it had time to set.
So, yeah. I mean, you've got a week in jump space. Who wants to do what? And is anyone going to hit a upgrade for their skills during this?
I will hit an upgrade for my skill, and I will spend my week working on trying out these brand new cryojets, because those are heavy weapons, and as far as I can tell, myself and Junkrat and Aiden are the only ones that are heavy weapon capable.
You and Junkrat already have flamethrowers.
Yes. But we also have Homer, who's been training with me this entire time on heavy weapons.
Ah. So when you hit your upgrade, he'll hit his.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you due for a...
This week will be my 8th time.
Excellent. And that's to make it level 0 for him, right?
That's level 0 for him and level 1 for man portable for me.
Alrighty. So go ahead and roll your check.
Not a horrible check. Not a horrible check. A natural 8. Sorry, going back to find it in the book to how to do this because I've never done this before.
It's against your EDU, I believe. Could be your intellect. I don't know.
Either way, it's 9. Both of those are 1s.
Yep.
Or plus 1s.
That means you pass, and that means you get to up that skill by 1 and start your study periods over.
Yay!
So that means that Homer now has level 0. Oh, wait. He has an actual card somewhere. Yeah, he does, right here.
He does.
Let's see. And that makes man portable level 0. I'll change that later.
I gotta remember to send you my updated feat.
Yeah, that would be useful. And Kizik has sent me a card for it. For all heroes. Alright. Here you go, Kizik. 2 cryojets. Prime condition, ready to go.
One of them does have a gyro stabilizer that removes the bulky trait.
Okay, you right click on them and add to the description the 2 attachments you put on them.
Wow, bro, those are cool.
Yeah, that's what I spent my week in hyperspace doing.
Yeah, man. Good job.
We needed something to take on nanobots, and now we do.
We'll never see them again.
It's good news. The cryojet works on more than just nanobots.
True. Very true.
Goodness. Like 2 guys in suits. Like you just freeze the joints of one. That's amazing.
It'd be pretty scary. Have 2 dudes come at you with these.
All right.
Good job.
I don't think we got what Ghost or Thodubs were doing during their time in.
Well, I study the blade. Of course, this is my 3rd week out of 4. No, wait. How many study periods do I need?
What level
I'm
are
sorry.
you? Are you going to?
I am Blade 1 going to 2.
Okay.
And I have
What?
3 weeks.
2 times 8, bud.
16. I need 16 weeks. I can't type more than 2 digits in this.
Yeah, I don't know if the sheet will do it.
Yeah.
So it should be weeks, week 0 of 2, for example, and study periods is how many you've completed. So you need 2 study periods of 8 weeks to do level 2. Make sense? So I think
gotcha.
it's meant to say you're at week 3 or 4 of 8. And then you make your study period go up by 1 when you've completed it. Also, it resets for each level. So if you say you have study period 1, are you 3 weeks into study period 2 and you got study period 1 already?
I've been doing this for 6 weeks total
Okay.
with K62. Every time we've jumped, it's always been Blade. And I
Okay.
think it's been 6.
Okay.
Isaac, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, each study period is 8 weeks. You need basically another extra study period. So each time you go up a level, like it's 1 for 1, it's 2 for 2, it's 3 for 3, 4 for 4, etc. So like if you were doing level 4, you'd need 4 study periods, but it resets to 0 every time you upgrade your skill level.
Okay, I think I understand.
I could go get the book. I have it bookmarked. Skills are in the core rulebook.
That's me, 90 Thodubs.
Skills and leveling is on page 55 of the core rulebook. It might make more sense to read through it there. All right, Thodubs, what are you doing on your week off?
I am doing my 7th week of astrogation.
Excellent.
So at the end of this, I will have 7 weeks. And again, according to what you were saying, I have an astrogation of 0. I want to go to 1, which means I have 1 more week before that goes up to 1.
You have to roll for it at the end of that week, but yes.
Fair enough. Yes.
Yep. But yeah, that's how that works. Okay. Anything else like from the... So we always do the studying thing, but we usually do like a little tinkering thing too. You don't have to, but you can.
I do not have any tinkering things right now.
You don't write your bucket list,
Well,
contemplate your own mortality.
I could, yeah. It's just, deep thoughts into space or something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you
Probably just a lot of drinking.
You guys, yeah. You and Ray can commiserate. So the ship drops out of jump space. Fuel tank's completely empty for the first time since you guys have got the ship. And you are looking at a dead system. A completely dead system. There's some artificial satellites and such. There's definitely signs that there was many, many thousands of years ago life here. There's no radio signals emanating from any of the planets. There's no flares from ships, no movement. It's rock balls and ice balls and a dying star.
It's kind of spooky, huh, Ray?
Yeah, being out of fuel when we come out of this thing definitely is disconcerting. I hate making jumps like this. What if there wasn't an ice ball here?
Then we... No, let's find the ice ball. We got sensors for that ice ball planet? Or no, we just got coordinates for it, right?
We do. We have coordinates for the supposedly dead outpost. And we have coordinates for the ice planet. They're within shuttle range of each other on the solar system, but they're not the same planet.
Well, you want to go touch down on the ice planet so we can start refueling, and we'll send the shuttle over to the coordinates.
Sounds good. I'll set a course for the ice planet.
We able to do any kind of scan? I know you've already said it was a dead universe, a dead area, but I mean, should we do any type of sensor scans or anything like that, or should we look for? Obviously, we're looking for see if there's any of these bugs or anything like that anywhere, if they could be detected.
You have radar and lidar. What are you gonna? I mean, you can scan with it. You can do anything radar and lidar can do.
Yeah, radar and lidar aren't going to show anything like that. Gotcha.
All right, we're heading to the ice planet. We need to figure out who's going. Like, are we bringing anybody other than just the four of us over to the other place?
Those are good questions.
I mean, Junkrat would be good. Refuel, maybe a little bit of touch-ups here. K9, K62 is also real good at refueling. I think we should just take the four of us.
Leave one of the cryojets with Homer and Ray can defend the ship if they need to with Gigi, and then the other two can repair and refuel.
Yeah, and you want the other one? One
I have
with
the
the laser
flamethrower
dot.
already.
Yeah, but that's like integrated into your suit.
Yeah. So I will always have the flamethrower with me in the vac suit. But to be useful, I think Aiden has heavy weapons as well. That way we have fire and ice, both usable at the same time.
Aiden, do you want the one with the laser dot or one with the the gyro stabilizer?
Well, I went with the laser dot.
I go to like throw it to you and realize it's 14 kilograms, and like don't move it at all and say, hey, it's right here.
You need to keep that in mind too. Your
So
lift,
it's a heavy bugger.
yeah, because your lifting capacity is 18 kilograms total.
So which one's which, or does it matter? Okay, I guess.
Hover
Okay.
over it, it'll tell you about it.
Oh, that's what I was doing, and then the card disappeared. So, got it. Never mind.
Might be more. Let's see. Encumbrance.
How many mags do we have for these things?
That's a good question. How many mags? Like, when you say mag, is it a giant tank or is it a magazine? Where's the thing?
It doesn't say. It just says. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I would assume it's a tank from the way it looks.
I can't find one to look at. There we go. Yeah, the mag's a giant tank. It holds 16 shots. I imagine that you could get quite a few magazines. I'll give you any reasonable number, but you need to keep in mind that they're going to be heavy.
I would just stick with the one for now, I guess. But I'd like to have a backup just in case. I mean,
We'll take a backup then.
okay.
I mean, looking at that, knowing the whole thing is 14 kilograms, I'm going to say that tank is, knowing that it's full of coolant, optimistically 2 kilograms each extra tank. Your endurance, or your carry capacity, is your strength plus your endurance plus any levels in athletics that you have.
Did a week in hyperspace plus my wormies. Could that get my 3 endurance back?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. So
Well,
we have
Speaking of which, we need to roll for doctor's care for Thodubs. Okay. So that's an 11, which is an effect of 3. How many points are you down, Aiden?
I don't remember what it was before I woke. I was down 10. That was
Okay.
before when I passed out.
Okay.
But I don't remember, like, when I woke up, I don't seem to remember us talking about how many points I recovered as being able to regain consciousness.
That's because we didn't.
So So am I still 10 then? Is that what we're saying?
I'm trying to roll it right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that was 3. And this one is 9, so this makes it 4. Oh, +2 +2. So it does take the whole trip for you to get back up, but you do get all your points back. But you are under doctor's care every day for the extent of that thing, which makes sense because all you did was study anyway. So it's a better thing to do while laying in the infirmary bed and study.
Okay, so regain 10 points and but still under doctor's care. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, you're out of doctor's care now, but it took the whole trip.
Oh,
for you to
yeah,
recover.
definitely.
Okay. So we're now in the solar system. The main ship is going to land on this ice ball. And the next system over is going to be all of the sorry, I'm concentrating on one thing at a time. Next system over is going to be all of the outposts and things that you're supposed to like go over to do. So you're going to take the shuttle over there. So let's load the shuttle up. What did I do with this guy's token? I have no idea. So we're just going to put this over here. There's a shuttle token up here. Who's going?
Luca?
What they're taking, all that jazz.
Luca's already in it, warmed up.
What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
Standard vac suit. I've got my Gauss pistol, and I've got a laptop that I'm going to use to try to figure out a kill code to an ancient technology.
The shuttle has a cargo bay in it. The cargo is able to carry up to 14 tons of cargo.
Does anybody want to bring the unicycle of mass destruction?
With 14 tons, I think you could take the rock if you wanted.
That's a lot of... I guess we're already landed. You can move a couple of things around to try to get the rock out.
I think that rock sounds like a good idea.
But it's also space. Like, we're still vacuum. I don't know. Internal combustion engine is going to work out there.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Didn't think of that. Good catch. That'd be the same thing as the cycle of death, too, wouldn't it?
No.
The unicycle? No, okay.
It's just a battery.
Of note, didn't we give away 4 of these filters?
You absolutely did.
We did. Let's take the unicycle. We'll put it on the... I'll drive it. That's cool.
He's like, I'm bringing my toy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Aiden's got a cryojet.
Do you have 2 of those things?
I gave one to guy who's going to guard the ship. Homer.
Mhm.
Do you want one?
No,
It's
no,
got a
no, it's
jar of
fine.
stabilizer.
I have a unicycle of death.
Yeah, I wanted to put a melee, like a chainsaw on the front. And I thought about you as I was making that. But you've got a unicycle of death.
Yeah, and you decided not to do it then. Because it doesn't have a chainsaw and I didn't get one. So you were like, I thought about you, bro. And then I said, nah.
Yeah, and it was just a long time in space.
A week, yeah. I was...
You were there too. We watched movies that time with the adjutant.
Okay. So you guys are gonna lift off in the shuttle. I only see 3 of my 4 party members.
Captain's still talking to the adjutant, trying to get some last second help.
Oh. Okay. Now, metagame wise, I gotta say, this is probably gonna be a pretty big encounter, and it is 11:30. Took a little bit longer to get here than I hoped. Do you guys want to start it tonight and then be in the middle of it going into the next episode, or do you want to end tonight early and then start at the beginning in the next episode? I'm good either way.
Yeah, I think our shuttle is moving all by itself over here.
It is. Someone tried to pick it up.
Not it.
I'm good for ending early and starting next episode off with a bang.
Concur.
I concur also. I think that sounds like a good idea.
Okay. So we'll come back next time, and I'll have a nice new map, everything sorted out for a nice little dungeon crawl through a ancient outpost.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yay!
You guys did a lot of salvage and dealing with stuff this one, but we didn't necessarily have any combat. I mean, kind of combat. You know, I guess when the Vargar charged at you, but like...
Yeah, that was some combat.
It was more of a survival escape episode. You guys did pretty good on that too, and you did save Aiden's life. You still had 3 whole turns left before he suffocated.
Yes, thank you very much, everyone, for saving my life.
Could have taken our time.
I mean, we've pulled Aiden out of a trunk that's like sinking. We've had him in deep space without any sort of breathing protection.
So what you're saying is he's lost some brain cells along the way.
Absolutely, I got abducted too, and it was like Schwarzenegger was whooping on me. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So Gigi she had a long shot plan that she had just enough psi points to potentially do if you had started
walk his unconscious body.
She was going to do something that is a trick you guys haven't seen yet, but it would have taken all of her psi points to do it. And as it is, actually, she did so many psi points this episode that she's going to be exhausted. It's a good thing you guys left her behind, because if you'd been like, "Oh, we're going to take you with us," she would have had anything to help you with.
What was she doing?
Several times when I gave you guys boosts and little bonuses, she rolled at the beginning to give psi points. She can give 1 boost dice per. She basically do battle meditation, where she can hand out boost dice like leadership rolls. I also use them as banes against the bad guys. So if they roll really well, I'll roll a bane dice.
Gotcha.
So, the guy that burst out of the door, I gave him a bane dice automatically, and he ended up rolling snake eyes because of it. So he looked down at that laser rifle and was like, "Why no work?"
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. Holy cow.
So, because he would have, a laser rifle. First off, you don't fire one in a starship. There would have been dramatic repercussions, but he wasn't smart enough on battle stims to realize that. But, let me look it up real quick.
It's 40. The laser rifle or the laser carbine?
No, the laser rifle. It's 5D.
Yeah, it's
the version he has is 5D plus 3. Yeah, and it slices through bulkheads like a hot knife through butter.
He was firing towards the engines.
Yes, it would have been all of the bad. So
nice.
Do you mind throwing the vac suit card to me so I can swap out, because I'll be in that instead of the cloth at the next.
Sure.
In the next game.
Who needs them? I got plenty.
And look at them; they look so good.
They do. Couple things you guys might want to look into between now and then. Definitely take the time to read some of the PDFs, like the lock popping stuff, if you are unfamiliar with it. You may also want to read up on... Oh, there's Captomatics. You may also want to read up on the Droyan. I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but they're a species in Traveler. If you get some time, you may want to look into them. Kizik, they're the ones I was talking about earlier. Anything to do with, there's all sorts of rumors with the agents, but nothing positive. Technically, the outpost you're visiting is not the Ancients. Like there's a capital A ancients in the Traveler universe, and then there are just ancient species, and this is just ancient species. However, knowing about these things might become relevant during next session. Solome deathbots are also a thing you may want to know about. If a little light reading, if you guys wanted to. But I think we're going to call the stream there. Thanks everybody for stopping by. A little short today, but I didn't want to jump into the next dungeon crawl and be halfway through it. So I will see you guys next time.